Facebook. It's going to be the new link. I'm posting it back to Facebook. I had to end it for a second, so I'm posting a new link, okay? Okay. Here we go. This culmination of months of work and blood, sweat, tears. Well, I don't know about tears. So it is definitely booming right now. That is definitely something that's happening. I hope to have a lot of people in this stream. We'll see what happens. What's up? NFL draft time. I could not be more excited. We got the old neck. All right. The Raiders. It is about to be on the clock. You'll hear the audio. I cannot show the draft for copyright reasons, unfortunately. That's not my rule. That is, I think, the NFL's rule. I really don't want to get taken down. I'm kind of a, Ice Cube's there. It's a little, I'm a little kind of stream, but I really don't. Yes, I think I look really cool with my pencil in my hand. Just the pencil that I did do all my writing with. I want to show my setup real quick. So I got microphone, phone, all my notebooks discussing the players, magazine, backpack. Here's my mic, Blue Yeti, and then here's my lighting. There's my setup for the TV. Very exciting. If I have family popping in and out, just ignore them. So I think it's interesting that Ice Cube's there. I think that's pretty darn cool. So this is fun, man. This is fun seeing that. They're in Vegas. They always got to pander a little bit to the city. They always got to pander to the city that is hosting the draft. I'm trying to fix my camera issues here. So my mic should sound a little bit better now. I am excited about this, man. This is yes, we're ready. NFL draft. Here we go. They're on the clock. Now, what do the Jaguars need? This is a interesting pick here. Up until today, I have no idea who they're going with. It could be a number of players. Looking in the war room, new coach Doug Peterson. I don't know who they're going with. I wish I could tell you who they're going with. It's one of the first years I don't know where they're going. I couldn't tell you. So ripping the Cowboys jersey, though. Normally I put it on when the Cowboys pick. Today, we're going with this. So it is now open officially for the draft. I am excited. I'm sending my stuff to people. Give me a second. So who do you go with? Who do you go with here? And I think that is an interesting thought for Jaguars fans right now. If you're just joining, I'm sorry for the bad lack of quality on the stream. That is something that I can control. I'm not professionals here. We look at my best available here. I got my computer. If we can move this a little bit. Sorry for some of the... I was having some issues. Look at my best available, man. I got a big board going. Kayvon Thibodeau is my favorite player in the draft. He has everything you look for in defense. He's got the moves, he's got the twitch, he's got the bend, first step. Has some things he need to work on, maybe some character issues, but we don't really know about that. Who I think it's going to be. I had a mock today, all right, and I came out with this mock. This was the mock draft. The big board was completed today. Top 300 players. I do not live stream days 2 and 3 just because it gets a little boring. I hate to say that as a big draft guy, but it can get a little boring. My final mock, Travon Walker. The reason I say Travon Walker is bulky right now is banging on the table for him. He likes guys with traits. Took Alden Smith, I believe it was 2011. So we're talking, 11. You're talking what, 11 years ago? So a long time ago. He likes guys though with traits. We've seen that. I think he's going to go Travon Walker here. I don't think he goes anywhere else. So I think that is where they go. That's the direction. I couldn't tell you. I honestly couldn't tell you, and I'd love to be able to, but I'm not. I can't tell you. Yeah, this is where they're going. So they're on the clock. We've got about 7 minutes left here. If there's times where I pause because I'm hearing what they're saying about the analysts, it could be Aiden Hutchinson. It could be Kayvon Thibodeaux. They could go Travon Walker. If they want to go one of the 3 edge rushers. But if they wanted to stick with more of an offensive line approach, Ikem Ekwonu from NC State, Evan Neal from Alabama, maybe no surprise Charles Cross. They got their quarterback last year. I don't see them going anywhere other than quarterback here. After them, you got Detroit. Detroit is definitely watching this right now because if they go Travon Walker, they've got their pick of Hutchinson sitting right there on the board for him. And I think that is the position that they want to be in. So, as we still got about 6.5 minutes left on the clock, this is exciting, man. First pick, there's been a lot of speculation over who it's going to be. And again, I'm about 10% this guy, 20% this guy. I'm all over the place. But I'm going Travon Walker as my final pick. I just think Trent Baalke is going to win the conversation. Him and Shad Khan, the owner, they seem to be having a disagreement over who they want. I think Khan more wants Hutchinson. He's a little more of a safer pick. But I think that he's going to go Travon Walker. And the reason I think that is, again, like I said earlier, Baalke likes guys with traits. Walker did not put up the production that you want to see from a number 1 overall pick, but he's got the tools to be a number 1 overall pick. That's the key in this draft. You're going to hear me say that a lot tonight. Is his production lacking? Tools, wow, they're there. And I think as I'm trying to find Travon Walker's thing here, I'm trying to get to his statistics really quickly. Still on the clock. You look at Travon Walker, 5 sacks last year, 596 snaps. I use PFF. If you don't like PFF, I'm sorry, I do. But you look at some of his traits, you look at his combine numbers, he blew up the combine. Okay. Height, he's 6'5", 272, 33.5-inch arms. Sorry, I'm looking at, if I'm not talking to you, I'm looking at my screen here. Ran a 4.51 40. You just don't see those numbers from an edge rusher. From a 272-pound man. Rappaport. My understanding, this was not a difficult decision for the organization. You guys talk about traits, you talk about upset. That's why so many people in the NFL around this pick believe that it's going to be Travon Walker. The name Alden Smith. There's Connor, Baalke. They're kind of laughing, talking. I don't know who they're going with. Still on the clock. They're not on the phone. I don't know if the pick is in. It's locked in. Okay, this is exciting. The first pick, man. It's the first time in draft history where I don't know who's going. My first draft, I knew it was a quarterback. Didn't know it was Bayfield. 2019, Bosa or Murray was my pick to go number 1. In 2020, I knew it was Burrow. Last year, it was Lawrence. This is the first one where we don't know. So when he announced it, I'm probably going to go crazy. It could be offensive tackle. It could be Ekwonu. It could be, hell, it could be a receiver. I mean, they saying Christian Kirk, but who knows? I don't know where they're going with this. I can tell you one position it's not going to be a quarterback. I know that one for a certainty. But Walker has got the production. I'm going to go ahead and grab my edge rusher notes here so that way they're a little less organized this year, little notepads. And I'm going with my offensive tackle notepad here so that way I can tell you about the player who I think it's going to be. I'm going to go ahead and flip to the Travon Walker page because I didn't have enough time to memorize my notes. Unfortunately, I kind of was finishing these last night. So sorry about the lack of unprofessionalism here, but you're watching me. So I think if you're watching me, you're signing up for a little unprofessionalism. He's wait on him. All right, we got Walker. And then I'm gonna go to the other guy. I think I'm gonna name 3 names for every pick who I think it could be. My mock will be one of the guys. Travon Walker. I think it's either going to be Travon Walker, Aiden Hutchinson, or it's going to be Ekwonu. Those are my 3 guys to watch for. If it's someone else, you're going to get one of these. You're going to get one of those faces in there. We have 2 people. We have now doubled our viewership. What's up, guys? Or Yeah, it was just guy. Now it's guys. If you're girls, you're girls. I'm not gonna go there. If you want to comment, I don't know how you would. I'm hoping I can see those. I may just comment on my own thing just to kind of see, but I'm waiting to see who this is. And yes, I will shut up when the pick is announced because, well, that's what you do. Here we go. This is big moment here. If I don't know who it is, I think it's Travon Walker. That's or Quanu or Hutchinson. It could be Thibodeaux. Here we go. Yeah. So it is Walker. I'm 1 for 1. You look at Travon Walker. I'm going to give you. He is at home. He is the number 1 overall pick. That if you had told me 2 months ago the number 1 overall pick would be Travon Walker, a guy that was being mocked to my Cowboys, I would have told you were crazy and should go jump in a lake. I wouldn't have believed you. But Travon Walker is the 1st overall pick. Like I said, I think Trent Baalke was in that room, and I think he was telling him, look, I know you like Hutchinson. I know he's a safer pick. But Walker, if you get him with the right coaches, you get him in the right scheme, you get him in the right things, I think he can be the best edge rusher in football. Which if you're taking a guy with number 1 overall, you are hoping he's the number one edge rusher in football. Or at least Myles Garrett was number 1 overall pick. So I'm kind of going to Myles Garrett. But if you want to go pros and cons, I'm going to give a pros and cons to all of them. Travon Walker, pros. Speed. This guy has got blinding speed from an edge rusher position, a 4.51 40, as I mentioned earlier. His ceiling. He is not a guy that I'm going to turn this down so it's not clashing with me. He's not a guy that's, it had the production at Georgia. He had decent production, but not enough. They didn't maximize him. That's what they're saying. They didn't maximize his production value. So I think his ceiling is one of the highest in the draft. It is Malik Willis level ceiling, although Willis is a little bit above. His gap bursting through a gap. This guy is one of the best in this draft class at doing that and plugging a gap and getting through that quickly. An offensive lineman cannot adjust. His frame. This guy, again, I know it's a little unprofessional, but this guy's frame, you're looking at a 33.5-inch wingspan. And the Lions, the pick is in. And I think I'm going to be 2 for 2 here. Because what I said, I didn't have time to do podcasts because I've been doing so many draft notes. What I'm thinking for Detroit is that I've been telling people that I know and my friends and family that, hey, look, if they go Walker, you sprint the pick Aiden Hutchinson in. Hutchinson is not the best player in this draft. He is not the best. I'm going to use a pin. This looks a little more professional. Hutchinson is not the best player in this draft class. I don't want that. Kayvon Thibodeaux is. That's mine. Hutchinson's 4 on my board. Hold on. No injuries, no citations, but he's scared for sure. Wow. So we've got Travon Walker. Well, at least he can afford to buy himself a new car. All right. Well, Walker's in a car wreck. He's fine. That was basically what I heard. Give me a second. Hutchinson ran fast in the combine. I think they ran that car up even faster. I mean, that car was in a second. It feels like this has to be the hometown guy named Hutchinson. Oh, I know what this is. Hold on. I know what the problem is. I know why I can't have comments. Well, we'll find out. The Michigan Wolverine from the Legacy family, his dad, Chris Hutchinson, we saw him earlier. Okay. Hold on. With his son. It was his sack record at Michigan that Aiden Hutchinson broke. And what Aiden Hutchinson meant I think I just figured it out. This year, coming back and doing what he did was incredibly special. We'll see if he doesn't. I think I may have just figured it out. This one in my mock, I had Hutchinson going here. I think this is Aiden Hutchinson. I can't see anyone else going here. But here we go. I think it's Aiden Hutchinson. Two for two. I am 2 for 2, baby. Edge rush, this guy is special. Okay, I am not as high on him as the rest of the media and everyone is. I think he's a really good player. He's number 4 on my board. It's got to be a pretty good player. I didn't say Walker's strength and weaknesses. Whatever. Far around a little bit. They got their pick in a lot quicker than I thought. Hudson, you look at a guy. He's got the strength. This guy is strong at the point of attack, and I think that is something that is something that you really want from an edge rusher. He sets the edge well. Got a high motor. This guy, he does not stop to that whistle blows. And even then, he may give you a little something extra, and I kind of like that for my edge rushers. Finding Hutchinson's PFF stuff here. You look at I got 3 knocks on him. I got 3. His first step is average. He's not explosive. He's not Thibodeau. He's not Walker with his first step, but it's average. It's not horrible. He needs some more urgency. He plays with a high motor, but I feel like his urgency is a little bit lacking on the tape. And he broke his leg 2 years ago, so there is some injury concerns there. And something that I just am now seeing, I didn't see this the first time I went over his profile, I guess. 32-inch arms. That's not good for an edge rusher. So he's got maybe short arms. But this guy, I think he looks more, I don't want to say a stiff J.J. Watt, but he looks a lot like a J.J. Watt type of player. This is a special talent, and I think the line is going to be very, very happy with who they're getting in this guy. Now you go to Houston, okay? And let's discuss the Hutchinson pick a little bit more, I guess. This Hutchinson pick, man, this guy is going to change the culture in that locker room for Detroit. He is going to change the culture. He's coming from I would say, a successful year in Michigan, going to the semifinals. I mean, you got smacked by Georgia, but, I mean, it's SEC versus, Big Ten? Big Ten, I think. I'm not the most college football adept mind here. All right, sorry about that. But you look at a guy that is going to immediately be probably the best defensive player on that football team. Dan Campbell, and I think this is the right move for him. And then you remember, they come back at 32, and maybe you come back and get a receiver. Maybe you come back and get someone else. There is a lot of move for the Lions, but you're going with the safe pick. I'm 2 for 2, so kind of how the board shaked out is how I'm thinking. All right. Now let's move to Houston. Hiring Lovie Smith, it's an organization that I would say is down in the dumps. I mean, that is the nice way I can describe this place called Houston. And again, I'm a Rangers fan, so I don't like the Astros. Texans are fine. I don't mind them. We look at a team that has nobody. I don't like Davis Mills. Laramie Tunsil is He's good. Laramie Tunsil's good, but he had an here. Brandon Cooks is solid. Other than that, no, I can't think of anyone off the top of my head that is a quality football player for that football team. So I had an interesting mock going here. I had the Sauce. I have Sauce Gardner going here. I think that Lovie Smith, he's a defensive coach. I think it's a defensive player. That would be my guess. Is a defensive player. I am so confident. I'm gonna kind of grab my cornerback little book here. The pick is in, but there's a number of ways that this team could go. If they go Kayvon Thibodeau, maybe they go Thibodeau. Maybe they go Kyle Hamilton. Maybe they shore up that offensive line and go Ekwonu or Neal or Cross. But they have multiple options. Remember, Ekwonu can kick into guard. And I keep looking at my screen, not my camera. That's my bad. You can go multiple ways here. All right. Sorry, I'm still a little ticked because I was having some technical difficulties earlier, so I'm trying to settle down. Sit back up here. We're professionals here. I do professional work. I have 2 people watching me, and they're spending their time with this space. So if those people, thank you very much for staying with me. There are multiple ways this team can go here. I don't think it's a quarterback. That would surprise me. I think that would be the wow moment of the draft, would be Houston goes corner. The Jets are now on the clock because the pick is in. They're going to take a break. They'll come back, Houston pick. I think it's Sauce Gardner. They've got nobody on that defense that scares you. They've got nobody on that defense. Hold on, I'm gonna move this down here. They've got nobody on that defense that just makes you go, man, we gotta really watch for that player. That's the guy, So Lovie Smith, this is his pick. I think I always like the term bang the table. I think he's banging the table right now for Sauce Gardner or one of the corners, whoever's the highest corner on their board. But they have a need. They have a definite need on full spots on that football team. They have a ton of needs. We look at this. Hold on, get the load. Can I get in their lineup here? It's bad grades all over the place. They got nobody. They got Desmond King at corner, but I think it's Sauce Gardner, but it could be someone else. Here we go. Wow. Okay. So Stingley just went over Sauce. Now, I like this pick. Let me tell you why I like this pick. I was right. There was a corner. I'm going to that. Stingley is my best corner on the board. I like Sauce, but Stingley, this guy is one of the most athletic players I have ever seen coming out of the draft. And I like, someone said, if you watch his 2019 tape, watch your 2019, you're going to go, this is a number 3 overall player. But he had some injury issues. He was a little inconsistent at LSU. But you look at a guy, I got his pros and cons list here. Pros, speed, and you know what? A little more speed. That is something that you have to note when watching. That I'm sorry, I'm having a lot of things. I have to check Twitter, text my friends. This is, it's going crazy here. We are hot and heavy in the draft. All right, but you look at a guy like Derek Stingley. I'm getting to his notes here. I got my notes. I'm looking. I don't have all his measurables written down. I'm going to do that more next year. But he is a prodigy. His grandfather is, no offense to him, but is known as the man that the Raiders safety. If you're from that generation, you know what I'm talking about. Took a soul from him. But you look at Derek Stingley Jr., 6 foot 190, so he's 6 foot, about 200 pounds, so he's a little slim for his frame. But this guy, he didn't run at his pro day. He did run his pro day. He ran a 4.45, which I take that from a corner. He's got excellent feet, fluid hips. His hand usage is good. He uses his hands well enough where he's not going to get called for penalties, but he's also using his hands to get underneath receivers, to jack them, to get them off their routes, but not get called for a penalty. That's very important. He's an athlete, supremely athletic for a guy. 20-yard shuttle was a 4.19. Vertical jump was 39 inches, or 39 was 39. Broad jump was 10.2. Three-cone was a 6.98. This guy is a supremely good athlete. He has some cons, though, some injuries. He's not the best tackler, okay? And you kind of want your corner to tackle. His missed tackle percentage was 36.4%. I mean, it's only 154 snaps, but still, that's not good. That's not good. But you look at his completion percentage in 2018 was 38.3%. That is tiny. And then a 46.7%. Those are two very highly elite numbers in the NFL. I think his comp, he looks like Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie coming out of college. That is my player comp. Now, to explain my player comps for a second, I'm not saying he's going to have this type of career. So if I say this guy is this, I'm not saying that he's as good at talent-wise. It's more like his play style, right? So if I say this guy, he plays like this, Derek Stingley plays like Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. He plays like him coming out of college. The Jets, Jets, they're now on the clock. So I will give myself half credit for the mock because I did have a corner going here, but just not the right corner. So that's Stingley pushes Sauce back a couple picks maybe. The Jets, they're going Ikem Ekwonu. That is my guess here, okay? That's my guess. My guess is they're going to go Ekwonu. They need to shore up the offensive line. You've got a very, very young quarterback that you need to protect. You got. I almost said Xavier Su'a-Filo. You got the guy from USC last year, and I am blanking on his name now. But you know who I'm talking about. I hope. I look like a great analyst right now. I cannot remember his name for the life of me. But then you drafted Mekhi Becton a couple years ago. So you've got an offensive line that has a lot of talent on it. The issue is Becton gets hurt a lot, so you're not having as much consistency from him. Getting to the Jets lineup here to kind of get an idea. Hold on. I'm having a moment here. They're showing Texas Ranger stuff on a broadcast for the draft, which maybe it's just a regional thing. I would hope. I don't think people in, New York want to see this, but it's got to be it's got to be regional stuff. Anyway, that was a weird moment. Sorry about that. Jack Tatum. I knew Dad was watching. Thank you, Dad. Jack Tatum. You're old enough to remember him. I wasn't. So the pick is in. The Giants are on the clock, and like Rich Eisen just said, the Jets have a pick at 10. The Giants will pick at 7. This is the meat of the draft. These next, I would say, 4 picks. New York. Yeah, Jets, Giants, Panthers, Giants. These picks decide the rest of the draft. Because if Carolina goes with the quarterback, you now move picks backwards. So you might get, one more closer. If you're a fan of a team that's in the 20s, you want as many quarterbacks off the board because that means you are now one closer to getting a player that you want because you already have your quarterback. Unless you're the Steelers. You look at this Jets offensive line. Leah Vera Tucker. Okay. But you add Laken Tomlinson. Adding Ikem Ekwonu would be a nice add here. You want to kick him out to tackle, you could maybe kick him out to right tackle. You want to kick him into guard, kick Tomlinson. It would create a lot of options for the Jets here. However, as I'm kind of looking over their lineup here and I'm starting to rethink some things, it's either going to be Ekwonu, but I think don't be surprised if it's Thibodeaux or if it's Sauce. I don't think they thought Sauce was going to fall here. I think the consensus was Sauce goes 3 to Houston, maybe someone else. But I think the Jets now, this is interesting. And maybe you don't maybe go receiver at 4 because you have a pick at 10. That's why I don't see them going receiver here because you have a pick in, 6, 5, 5. You have another pick coming up where you're still going to be able to get one of the top 3 receivers. There are not 3 teams between your pick now and your pick later that want a wide receiver. Maybe the Falcons would want one. Seahawks are fine. The Giants should be fine. The Panthers should be fine. But here we go. I'm going to Ekwonu, so I'm sticking with my pick, but I think it could be Sauce, could be Thibodeaux. Here we go. Could be Kyle Hamilton, too. Remember that name. Am I bothering you? So here comes, like I said, and I'm not right in the mock, but I'm right here today in the live stream. They added, Lord, this guy is a good corner. He's a great prospect. I have him number on my board. I have him number 10 on my board. So he's still in my top 10. I think he's a little bit clunky at times on his film. I remember that. He was a little bit clunky. I don't mean that in a bad way. I think sometimes his big frame but he's got one con on my board. Zone. No, he's not a zone guy. This guy is 6'3". He is not a small dude. I think that is something important to remember. Is he's not small. 6'3", that length that you really want from a corner. That's what you're getting in him. He has 33-inch arms. His arms are longer than Hutchinson. To give you an example here, he has edge rush arm length at corner, and he's rocking the beautiful Sauce chain. If you don't, I don't say Ahmad Gardner, but his nickname is Sauce. So Sauce Gardner here. I think it's a great pick for the Jets. You're getting yourself a number 1 corner, plug and play, day one corner. He's a physical player. He reminds me of Richard Sherman. Okay, 6'3", both kind of the same size, same play style, using your hands well. Grab a receiver, but you don't get the flag for it. But you get a receiver, you knock him off, kind of like Stingley, something I said Stingley could do. And I think the interesting part about Gardner, that was kind of a storyline for him. You ready for this? 0 touchdowns in college football. 0. And he had 3 interceptions every year, so he's got decent ball skills, good break on the ball. In the run game, he can tackle. That length really comes into play when he's tackling. That's huge. So, man, now you move to the Giants. The Giants are at 5. Where do the Giants go? I don't know. I couldn't tell you where the Giants are going to go here. Maybe they go quarterback. They declined Daniel Jones' option. Do they want to go quarterback above Carolina? I think that's really fun. Excuse me. Sorry. But, man, it's crazy. So you have a 2 back-to-back corners going here. Ekwonu has now fallen a couple picks. Pass right had him going. All 3 tackles are still on the board. Bryce, you're fine. All 3 tackles are still on the board. All three of them. I think that's important. I think that's very important. So, this is a great pick for them. Maybe the only knock you can put on him is he played at Cincinnati. But the reason you can't give him that kind of knock is the fact that when he played Bama and he played Jameson Williams, one of my top receivers on the board, he locked him down. So I feel like that Gardner, I think he's got good marketing ability for the Jets. He's going to be playing in a big-time market in New York. This guy brings such good ability to play to play football. And I think that the Jets are getting themselves a nice corner because you look at their team. You've got, I'm going to some names here, Bryce Hall, and right now and then you've got DJ Reed, who's a nice pickup. So you put Reed, you put Gardner. Man, this is fun. This is fun. These are two of the highest drafted corners in the history of the NFL. I like that. I do. I really like that. But if I'm going to get Twitter up on my second page here. Twitter's being a pain. Now it's a team that I hate. Well, I don't know if I hate. I severely dislike the Giants. But now they're going. Now. He's at his best. Well, Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, tight man-to-man coverage. It is going to be a fun battle to watch next year in the AFCs. The consensus here is Kayvon Thibodeaux. That seems to be the consensus I'm seeing on Twitter. I think Thibodeau's the guy for them. I'm not sure. In my mock, I had Evan Neal going here. I had them taking Stingley at 7. He's off the board now. Where do you want to go? You have a lot of needs on this football team. Do they go quarterback here? Do they stun the world and go with a quarterback here? You've got a new GM, and Joe Shine, I believe is his name. Got new head coach Brian Daboll, part of that Bills brain trust there. And man, it's going to get fun here for the Giants. Two picks in 3 selections. That is a nice. That's a nice haul for them to get 2 top 10 players. Where do you want to go here? They're already looking to trade their first round pick from last year. I don't think you go receiver here. Maybe you try and go receiver to, because you're not going to have Tony maybe if you want to trade him. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to go Tony here, but I think you have needs at corner. Are they trading, James Bradbury? Seems to be kind of a thing that they've been talking about doing. Where are they going to go here? They go offensive line, bookend him with Andrew Thomas. I think watch an offensive tackle or Kayvon Thibodeaux from Oregon to get a pass rusher. They're going to. I'm getting the Thibodeau notes up because I think that he could really go here, and that's not an understatement here. Flip. Okay, and I'm flipping to offensive tackle. That's not offensive tackle. That's offensive tackle. I'm kind of flipping to a Kwanu. Could be Evan Neal, Kwanu Cross. Those are the 3 tackles to watch here in the top 10. And remember, we have a ton of chatter about teams in the 20s, in the late teens, wanting to move up. The Cowboys have been talking about wanting to move up. If one of Cross or Thibodeaux starts to fall, if Cross free falls out of the top 12 to 14, watch Dallas because they may want to come back up and trade for a pick and get Charles Cross attacked from Mississippi State. Here we go. They have a kid announcing it. That's cool. That's a Make-A-Wish for Olympia. Good for him. I like this. This is always really fun. Thibodeaux. They're going Thibodeaux. So my dream of Thibodeaux falling, I don't have it. Now I have to play against the guy that I love. Best player in the draft. You got to hand it to the Giants. You sit at 5, and the best player in the draft comes and falls right in your lap. That sounds a little weird, I understand, but he does. You look at Thibodeaux, my pros list is almost completely stocked up on him. I gave him 3 knocks. He's not a great run stuffer. That's okay. He needs more pass rush moves. He can use he uses the moves that he has very, very well. However, he needs more of them. I think that's it. He needs more pass rush moves. and he needs a little more extension. He's got the length. He just needs to get more extension. He kind of plays with his elbow here, and he can start playing with it here. I know I'm trying to coach through a live stream. This is always really fun. Look at his pros. He is a relentless passer. His motor is so freaking high, man. He's got a gigantic edge rush-like frame. He needs to play with that frame. That's the problem with him. He's got his hand placement on tackles. He's able to get his hands in, when he does get the extension he needs, but his hand placement is nice. I think that's why he can get by with not getting his hands extended. But in the NFL, that's not going to work. You're going to have to get that full extension. His bull rush is excellent. He is strong at the point of attack, and he is aggressive. That first step quickness is there. He's a smart football player. He's driven to success. I like guys like that. And he generates pressure. Even if he's not a guy, you have 3 people, wow. Even if he's not a guy that, what did I say? I'm sorry, I lost. If he's not a guy that's going to get the sack, he's going to get that pressure. Pressures are very valuable, especially with quarterbacks that cannot move. Now, while the NFL is kind of transferring away from quarterbacks that can't move, it's still a valuable thing to get that kind of pocket push from Thibodeau. But this is a great pick by the Giants. And now you come back at 7, and you want to nab another, and because you got to think about it like this. There are 3 top tackles on the board with 1 pick in front of you. You now come back and get a tackle, and I think you are sitting beautifully going into next year, and Daniel Jones has 0 excuses. But this guy is my favorite player in the draft. He is number 1. I don't really have a comp for him. I kind of think he looks like a much better Randy Gregory. If you force me to give a comp on him, oh man, that person left. I guess that was boring. Refreshing agua. 6'5", 250 size. I didn't mention that. This guy, excellent player for Oregon, was the best player on that defense by far. And he's now the number 5 overall pick by the Giants. Now you go, they love Sam Darnold. Right? They love Sam Darnold. Oh no. They love Sam Darnold, right? I don't think he's done. I think he's a backup. I think what they're doing right now is that Benjamin Shatter, they don't have a day 2 pick. Excuse me. They could be moving back with a big team that did. I mean, all 3 tackles are on the board here. So if you're a team, I'm going to use my Cowboys as my example here. Cowboys are at 24. If they want to pay a king's ransom to get up here to draft one of the tackles, they could do that. If you have another team that wants to trade up for a quarterback, you've got a lot of options here for the Panthers with a little less than 3 minutes now left. I think they're waiting for the phone to ring for a trade. I think that's what they're waiting on. It kind of hurts to see Thibodeau in a Giants uniform, man. That sucks because I really was hoping he would fall in the top 10 somehow, and we would be able to trade up and get him because I would have loved that. But you slide him into that defense, and man, next to Azeez Ojulari, Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams, that defensive front just got a whole lot scarier. You look at my next pick, I actually have Willis going here. I think the Panthers take Malik Willis, the best quarterback prospect. Talent in quarterback, probably pick it. But Willis has the physical gifts you want to see from a quarterback position. He just needs to upgrade a little bit of things about being a quarterback, and I think he got your guy. The Panthers, I don't know if they go. That kid was hyped with him. The pick is in. They did not trade it. There's no trade. This is a pressure point in the draft. If they go quarterback, every team behind them now is one step closer to their pick. Seattle has a better chance to get the tackle. The Jets have another chance to get the tackle now. But if they go somewhere else, now it's going to get interesting to see because now you create urgency among teams. If you go with a tackle here, which I think if they're going to go anywhere other than quarterback, it's got to be offensive tackle. Charles Cross from Mississippi State, Ike Ekwonu from NC State, and Evan Neal from Alabama. You look at all 3 of those players. Now you have a team from the back that cannot get one of those players. And it's going to create urgency. It's a good thing for the other teams because now a team behind the Panthers can demand even more from a team in the late teens, 20s to come up and get the player they want. But again, if they go quarterback, now every team is one step closer to the guys they want. So that's why this is a very intriguing decision here. I don't think Sam Darnold's the guy. I can't imagine that anyone in that building thinks he's the guy, but maybe they do. I don't see it, but that's why I'm sitting here and they're up there. That's all I can tell you. But I think if it's not him, it is not going to be corner. You look at guys on the board, go to the Panthers lineup here and see who they got rocking with. Jeremy Chin to pair him with Kyle Hamilton. Maybe that's something that you want to do. Maybe you want. I think tackle's got where you go. You had Cam Irving at tackle last year. You plug and play Cross, Kwanu, Ed Neal. Neal and Cross seem to be more of the ideal left tackle prospects. Kwanu seems that he might kick into guard, but I don't know where he's going to go. I can't see him going receiver here because you got Robbie Anderson, you got DJ Moore, Terrence Marshall. They really like him. You're not going to go running back, obviously. You're not going to go defensive line if you really wanted to reach for one, but I'm going with it's going to be an offensive lineman or a quarterback. Since they did not trade it, it's one of those two positions. Now, if we look at who they may get, okay, now let's look at some players that are available. Okay, Ikem Ekwonu and Evan Neal are number 2 and 3 on my board, respectively. That's excellent value at number 6. Then you've got Kyle Hamilton at 5. Maybe you want to plug and play him, like I said earlier, but let's go back to the positions they need here. Charles Cross, the 6th player on my board. Malik Willis. Maybe they stun the world and go with a Tyler Linderbaum or someone like that. I think if you're looking at somebody, I'm going to give you the names. I think it could be. We have 4 people. Wow, I am talking to a huge audience. But thank you so much for dropping in. Cross, Ekwonu, Neal, or Willis. I don't think you take any other quarterback besides Malik Willis here. If it's not Willis and it's Pickett or Ritter or Corral or heaven forbid, Sam Howell, there will be an bleep moment in the draft in Las Vegas right now. The pick is in, and I am excited because, Lord, this is going to be fun. Look at the first 5 picks. Walker goes number 1 to the Jags. Hutchinson, so you got edge, corner, edge. Defense. Last year was offense. This year is defense. Panthers pick is coming in. I got to take a swig of water real quick. Here we go. This is, oh, Lord. Out, let's go. The teams behind them want to be a quarterback. So they went tackle. All right, so I was one of the guys I was saying, so Ekwonu is not going to fall anywhere. Ekwonu goes to the Panthers at number 6. It's excellent value for them. They didn't trade back because now their next pick is number 137, I believe. That's a long way from number 6. They didn't trade. They stayed where they were, and they got a great and excellent player that I want to say just fell to them. But if you want to go to the pros and cons list here, not stretch the neck. That was a little weird, but my neck hurts. This guy's a mauler. All right, he stands 6'4", 320. Kalichi Osemele was my comp for him. His feet can get a little clunky, especially in the run game, and he can be a little bit over-aggressive, and he can extend a little bit farther than he needs to. Other than that, though, this guy will grab you, and he will put you in the ground, and he will laugh in your face. And I like that. He's got that nasty offensive line attitude that, personally, I like. And he will move you. When he grabs you, and if he wants to move you, whether you want to go or you don't, you're going. This guy, when he locks on, he ain't letting go, and I really like that about him. And when he makes contact with you, his punch is excellent. He's got one of the best punches in this draft class. This guy, boom, he punches when he engages. The Info Network has for him right now. I think he's a plug-and-play left tackle. If you want to kick him into guard, he can play there. And his hands, it's not bad placement. He puts them inside. He doesn't grab. He gets in, boom, gets him inside, and drives you. And that's what you want from a textbook number 1 offensive lineman. And now I move. Hey, guess what? The Giants are back on the clock. I think you got to go. Hello, Bryce. I think with this pick, you got an edge rusher. Now you got to go with a tackle. Ekwonu's off the board. Unless Ekwonu was their guy, now watch for a team to come up to here. I do a lot of pin motions. Watch a team to come up here to make a trade. Dallas has been reported. A number of teams have been reported to want to be moving up the board. The Eagles, one of them. Whew. This is fun. This is why I like the draft, man. And I know that you guys can be heartbroken. I will not be live streaming tomorrow. Looking at kind of some of the consensus on the Twitter. Equanu's suit is beautiful, by the way. I really like his suit. But I do not know who this is going to be. This could be a number of people. So here's where I think, as a Cowboys fan, it becomes the worry. You don't want to trade up to here. Now I'm trying not to do this, but I'm stretching my jaw out for anyone who thinks I'm just kind of a weirdo, which I am a weirdo, but hey. Look at my top 10, and everyone's still available in the top 10. Thibodeaux, gone. Ekwonu, gone. Neal, still there. Evan Neal talked from Bama. Hamilton's still there. Charles Croft is still there. And Malik Willis is there. So 4 of my top 10. But the pick is in. There have been no trades. Man, this is fun. The Giants, I kind of went over their needs last go around. So, Dad, I hope you're the one that's still in here. I had people in here, so I'm curious who they were. Unfortunately, I cannot see who they were. And now my dad is left. So, yay. I'm listening. Some interest in Baker Mayfield for some time. We wanted to see if they came away with the quarterback. Tonight, in the end, of course, they do not. So don't be surprised if they circle back on Baker with the Browns. Which I think is funny because their receiver, Robbie Anderson, said, hell no, I don't want Baker Mayfield. So, whew. But Baker Mayfield is back in play for the Giants. The Panthers. They have to go probably maybe a pick this year. I don't think they have enough capital this year. But now you get the Giants. I'm listening. All 3 are on the board here. You got to go at the tackle. You got to protect Daniel Jones here. It pangs me because I'd like Cross to fall to the Cowboys. I don't think so. But here comes the commish. We're going live. I'm going to say Evan Neal. It's my guess. Maybe they surprise us. Yeah, I was right. So nailed this selection. This guy is a giant of a human, and that is a pun unintended there. You look at Evan Neal, you kick him over to right tackle, so I think what they're going to do. Thomas played well at left. You kick Neal to right. 6'7", 360. This man is a gigantic of physical specimen. All right. Came from a great program in Alabama. He's athletic as crap for a 360-pounder. This guy looks like he was made in a lab for offensive linemen. His hands, he keeps them inside. He doesn't grab. And he has got an absolute Mike Tyson-esque punch to his ability to be an offensive lineman. He can overextend a little bit. He's got some balance issues. But I think that this guy, he can handle speed. And you know what else he can handle? He can handle power. He can handle both things coming off that edge. And I think that the Giants are getting themselves one hell of an edge rusher, of an offensive tackle here. So yeah, he went viral for that box jump video. Yeah, he is a very large human. He's going to be able to plug right in, and he's going to be able to play. Balance is the key for him. If he can stay on balance, he's going to win every time. Yeah. Darren Jeremiah just said that the balance issues can be, but the twists and stunts are not a problem. There's him absolutely mauling the first overall pick in Travon Walker. But this guy, when he locks on, kind of like Ekwonu, you ain't getting nothing. 360 pounds of a man. And he's not a fat guy. He's slim. That's muscle, man. But I like Evan Neal. I think he's coming into about 2 weeks ago. He was number one player on my board until I kind of went back in and watched more of him and Thibodeau. I had to put Thibodeau number one. But Evan Neal is one of the best players in this draft. Number 2 on my board. Sorry, number 3 on my board. Now, if you want to do Brady's best available, we'll name the next 5 best available guys. Kyle Hamilton, safety Notre Dame. Charles Cross, tackle Mississippi State. Malik Willis, quarterback Liberty. Garrett Wilson, wide receiver Ohio State. And Trent McDuffie, corner from Washington, are my best available. But, yeah, there's that video, and that's just a massive human doing that. He shouldn't be doing that as a human being. Now we go to the Falcons. Another interesting point here. Calvin Ridley suspended 1 full year for parlay betting on a Falcons game, which he did not participate in. There's controversy there. Do you go receiver? Do you go edge rusher? They have no one that scares you off that edge. Do you go quarterback? I don't feel confident with Marcus Mariota. Do you try and go for the tank and try and get a better C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young or anyone else next year at quarterback? I don't think you do that. I don't know. 18 sacks. I think there was a player or two that had that in a season. That's sad. They got nobody off that edge. Your Grady Jarrett's still a nice player up the middle at D tackle, but you've got no one on that edge that scares you. You need that in the National Football League. I think that what you go with here is you go with an edge rusher, Jermaine Johnson, George Karlaftis. If you don't want to go edge, maybe you go corner, pair someone with A.J. Terrell, Trent McDuffie, Andrew Booth. Those are the names to watch. But I think the name to really watch maybe could be a quarterback like Malik Willis. But I think that the guy to watch here is a wide receiver, Drake London from USC, Garrett Wilson, Olave, Burks, any of those guys. I think whoever you take here could be a slight reach for them, but it's kind of in limbo here. And maybe you go tackle. I don't know. I don't know what the Falcons are going to go here. You haven't heard much chatter about where they're going. With the Falcons, maybe you go inside lineman. Maybe you reach for a guy. Maybe you reach for a Zion Johnson or a Kenyon Green. That'd be a gigantic reach, but it is a possibility. Pick is in. Seahawks are in the top 10 after trading Russell Wilson for the Broncos pick. So Jermaine Johnson seems to be a consensus in my mock draft. I had them going with Kayvon Thibodeau. I had him falling here, but I think that it could be an edge rusher. So we're gonna see what happens here. Watch a receiver, watch an edge rusher, and potentially watch a quarterback. Wow. So like I said, watch receiver. I'm happy about this because as a Cowboys fan, I didn't want him. I think he's a lot like N'Keal Harry, 6'4", 220. That's a big man catching the football. He had some injury issues at USC. Very productive, though. The couple knocks on him, he's not the fastest guy in the world. He's not going to break away. His release is not the best on a route. But you don't have to be when you're 6'4". You just go, hey, Drake, catch. And he catches the ball. So, that is a excellent pick there. Top 10, Drake London. This is the biggest reach so far for me in the draft if you want to go big board comparisons. Because, and here's why I think it's a reach. He is rated number 28 on my board. So they're going way down there to get a guy. But I am a lot lower on him than the consensus media is. So we're going to kind of see where everyone else goes now. But Drake London is the first receiver off the board. And, wow. Texting a friend here. Sorry. Uninteresting here. But, man, this guy... Sorry for the dogs. I think it's my dad that's in this stream, so... Yay. All right, let's get some Drake London highlights again. There are a bunch. There's some incredible catches that he makes down the field.
This catchphrase, he's going to make you right when you're wrong. As an inaccurate quarterback that I am, I appreciate this.
Oh, hey, I had people watching. I actually have a comment section. I don't know how to access it, but I don't know where to. I don't know where to get it. We're gonna allow all comments. So if you want to comment down below. Send me some things. I don't care. All right, see you guys in the stream. What's up? All right, but this guy is insanely athletic. But man, Atlanta, you're adding a pass catcher, and when it really gets back after this year, you're gonna have a guy that is definitely gonna be very well paired. And you got Kyle Pitts. That is a dynamic offense. The only issue with the Falcons right now is you got no one very good throwing the football. So I think what you do with the Falcons is hope for a really sucky year at quarterback. Go up and you take a C.J. Stroud next year. Maybe you take a Bryce Young if he wants to elect. But I see it as a reach, but that's a personal thing with me. That's, some people don't see this as a reach. It's still a great pick. Now you have the Falcons, the Seahawks, different bird. We got a lot of birds going here. And another bird on the clock here. The Seahawks, after trading Russell Wilson, they got Drew Lock. Do you go Drew Lock for the year? And again, kind of until next year and see the quarterback market. Or they're comparing him to Fitzgerald. That's the worst comp I've ever seen. He's Mike Evans, and he, way much better than N'Keal Harry, any other jump ball receiver you can think of, or Randy Moss, but not that fast. I have the Seahawks taking Charles Cross, who's still in play here. That offensive line is putrid. It's bad. 4.5 minutes to go for the Seahawks at pick 9. Almost out of the top 10 here. Maybe they trade back and get a couple extra picks. We've heard they want to move out of that. I don't know what they go with here. Maybe they go quarterback and shock everybody and, quarterback competition with Drew Lock there. I'm not 100% sure. But, man, this is going to get another – it's like I've been saying to people that, have been talking to me, every draft point is a pressure point. I don't know who's going anywhere. Now, I've been right a couple times today, so I'm actually really proud of myself. My analyst work's paying off. I'm getting better. I'm improving. I'm looking at my comments through my stream. I'm watching it on my phone. So I'll have 2 viewers in, but I'll be talking to myself. If you know me, if you're watching and you know me, I need a name because unfortunately I can't see your name. So if I can drop who you are and how I know you, maybe it's like all I see is Dallas, Dallis. Maybe if you don't know me, hey, thanks for dropping by. Maybe we can be friends. But Charles Cross seems to be a guy that I think the Seahawks really want to take. I'm going to be kind of checking this. So you're going to see a lot of head motions. Sorry, it's kind of funny watching myself. I'm sorry. I think it's funny. So here we go. It's Gabe and Noah Patterson. What's up, guys? How y'all doing? How you doing, Noah? So, oh yeah, I have 2 people in. It's me. Look at that. I'm funny. What's up, Noah? What's up, Gabe? Seahawks, man, I could see a quarterback going here. This is the first time I could see a quarterback going here. I could see not a receiver. I could see a corner. I could see offensive line. I could see defensive line. I could see a linebacker. Maybe Devin Lloyd and Kobe Dean go here. The pick is in. They're not trading it. So it seems that trade chatter's kind of been chatter. What it's been. It hasn't been anything. Nothing has materialized yet. And I think that is intriguing because you heard a lot going in, just an hour before the draft that, hey, maybe that, there's going to be this and that. No. I think I've been pretty right so far, but we will have to see. Let's see if I can see the comments on my screen. That way I won't have to keep freaking checking my phone, which looks really bad.
2 pizzas, breadsticks, and wings all in one box. The Big Dinner Box, only from Pizza.
So, na. Okay. Saving it. Hey, look at this, I'm popular. So, man, this is getting interesting for the Seahawks here at number 9. Again, maybe you go quarterback. Maybe you go somewhere else. I don't know. I don't know where they're going to go here. In my mock, in my mock draft, because I'm the best, I had them going Charles Cross. Again, like I said earlier, Cross seems to be the guy I feel like. Maybe they, again, the conversation goes back to a Malik Willis, a Kenny Pickett. Maybe it's Kyle Hamilton, who's still the best player on my board. Hamilton is starting to fall. Maybe it's an edge rusher. I don't know. And I think it's going to get really interesting for this pick, because this pick, let's say your team in a couple, you're going to get to that number 10 spot where a lot of teams could be coming up. And again, watch the 10 pick. We've heard the Jets' interest in Deebo Samuel. We could see a trade at number 10. We know that the Niners, they had someone, they wanted to see how the board shook out. Shaked out. They wanted to see how the board fell until they made a trade. You could see a trade at 10, Deebo Samuel, then the Niners come on the clock, and for who? I don't know. Probably a receiver. Seahawks selection. Nailed it. So Cross does not fall to the Cowboys. Breaks my heart. But they got a protector for Drew Lock, or potentially the quarterback of the future that's not Drew Lock. But guess what? I was right. So far this draft, I've gotten the numbers 1 and 2. And I've gotten 3 right so far. Which I'll take. If I can get 8 right, I think it's a this guy he reminds me a lot of a Tyron Smith. Supremely athletic guy. Let me go to my notes here. SEC battle tested from Mississippi State. He's solid in the run game. He's solid in the pass game. Doesn't have any weaknesses there. His feet can get a little stiff. He needs some more upper body strength potentially. Sorry, I can't read my own handwriting. This is bad. And sometimes he can get beat to the outside, and I think it's the angle he takes. Sometimes it beats him. But this guy got some of the best hand placement and pass sets in the draft. This is a hell of a football player, and the Seahawks are getting a great protector, filling out that offensive line. Now the conversation moves back to the Jets, and I think this is another, besides the Panthers, the most interesting position in the draft so far. I don't know. Lock, definitely the quarterback for the Seahawks this year. And I think Drew Lock, maybe a change of scenery is what he needed. But you get a guy, man, those pass sets, man, smooth pass protector. His hand placement's good. He doesn't get beat with length. Length is not going to beat him. He's more on the athletic side than the power side. Maybe he just adds some upper body strength. But I really like Charles Cross. Number 6 on my big board. Now you move to number 10. And here's a logical landing spot for a receiver. I think the Jets could go receiver. Garrett Wilson, Olave, Burks. London's off the board now. 100 million ways you could go, and I don't know where they're going to go. I'm texting with some friends here. Most professional show. Everyone's already making the memes that they reach, but do the Jets? Hold on. Is noteworthy. My understanding is that this was the pick they offered in a package for Deebo Samuel. It was the number 10 overall. I'm listening. And then a pick swap later. That trade obviously did not materialize. By tonight, the Jets now set to pick. Unless in the next 4.5 minutes, the Jets logo turns to a San Francisco logo, which would blow the roof off of this entire city. But of course, there's a lot to get through from physical. Okay, so like the kind of saying, it's not going to be Deebo, most likely, although that would be the shocker of the world. I'm thinking Garrett Wilson is my number 1 receiver on the board before London. Then I think if you want to go receiver, the pick is in. Deebo Samuel officially for the New York Jets. Maybe they still draft him. You got Wilson looking kind of at Daniel Jeremiah's big board here. Olave, Jamison Williams, another big name. Those are kind of the big three this year. London creeped his name in that top 10. But I think you're going to get the best receiver in the draft class with Garrett Wilson. You need a pass catcher. You desperately need a pass catcher for Garrett Wilson. For Zach Wilson to throw the football to. You need someone that can go up and get that football. Who do they have? Braxton Berrios, Jamison Crowder, Corey Davis. Those are all number 2s. So, hold on, I'm listening. So the Jets, with their second pick in the first round here, they had one at 4. They went Sauce. They got the Sauce Gardner. All right. And I think that's a good scenario for them. But, dude, I think it could be. You got to get a receiver here. I don't care who's on the board. Kyle Hamilton would be so fun on that defense. Him and Gardner, you ain't passing. But you got to go. Best player available, BPA, best player available, is a great draft strategy. But this is one of the times where you draft for need. You need a receiver. Draft one. Now. So here we go. Interesting pick here for the Jets. I'm going to say Garrett Wilson. I think that's who I had in my mock. So, I get back-to-back right picks again. Let's see. Excuse me again. 2 for 4 picks right. Garrett Wilson, bro, you need this brain. This brain's a super brain. I have a crystal ball, man. I know what these teams are going to do. I got my sources at the Jets. I know some people. But this guy, excellent receiver, one of the smoothest route runners in the class. He's that this guy's as DJ just said, best receiver in the class. That is not an overstatement. That is a true statement. Going to my notes here about Garrett Wilson. Wish I could have memorized these. I didn't. My fault. You look at a guy that's 6 foot, 183, so he's a little bit more slim than maybe you'd like him to be. Maybe that, put on some weight. He's changed direction, body control, and when he gets the football in his hands, he is not going to be stopped right there. His yards after catch, his yak ability is outstanding. Outstanding. It is simply, I can't do the Trump voice, but it is simply outstanding. Okay? He can make you miss. He's got an arsenal of different moves that can make you miss with the ball in his hands. But his physicality, his strength, and sometimes a corner with excellent length can give him some problems. He's the best receiver in the class, and the Jets are investing in that receiver. But not only are they doing that, they're investing in their quarterback, Zach Wilson. So that way, now you give him some weapons, and now you can't make an excuse for him. Well, you still can because it's the Jets. But you now give him something that he can go to, he can trust, that number one option that every quarterback needs, right? Even the great ones had number one options. Peyton Manning, I would say Marvin Harrison was his number one. Tom Brady had Gronk, and before that he had Moss. Troy Aikman had Michael Irvin. You look at, the great quarterbacks had number one receivers. And I think this is a great pick for them. He reminds me of a smaller Deontay Johnson, and I know that if Noah you're watching, you'll get that comparison there, Steelers fan. But man, this guy, don't lack, man. He at the point of the catch, he's still physical. He's just with his weight, you run into a corner that's freaking built. You're gonna run into some problems with that. He can go up and get the football. He can run by you. Is an excellent pick for them. Whoa! There's been a trade. Hey, there's been a trade. The Saints have moved up to number 11. They just traded with Washington. They moved up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots? The first of the New Orleans picks, they have moved up ahead of Minnesota. Wow. Hold on now. Stay awake, folks. We got to trade. Hopefully you're not going to sleep. I hope it's the same. I don't know if it's the same people in the stream But here we go. We have ourselves a trade. And I don't know what the competition is going to be. Who are the Saints moving up here for? That's probably the question on all your minds right now. I'm sure you're looking for me for the answers. I don't know. The Saints, man, this team, I'm getting the Saints page. I was anticipating the Saints were not team I was anticipating to move up. Saints, okay, quarterback. That's the first thing to bring you to. But I think Jameis Winston's their guy. You surround him with some weapons. Offensive line is a slight need. You could use a guy on the interior. You could use a receiver. Are they moving up? They're moving up in front of Minnesota and in front of Houston. Kyle Hamilton, like I thought he would, is falling down the draft board. Offensive line and edge rush and receiver needs have pushed a top 5 talent down the draft board. He is sliding out of the top 10, which is crazy. But Hamilton could be the pick here. They lost Marcus Williams. I think they signed Marcus May. But Conley doesn't play free safety. He plays defense. Plays linebacker. He's every year seems to have that one guy. Micah Parsons was kind of that guy last year. Right, say linebacker. Do this. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah could do it. Before that was Isaiah Simmons. This year, it's Kyle Hamilton. He's that guy. Extremely excellent length. I don't know, though. Maybe they go corner. Paulson Adebo was your number 2 corner last year. Maybe they're going ahead of Minnesota, who could use a corner to draft Trent McDuffie or Andrew Booth or whoever they feel the top corner is on their board currently. Because Gardner's gone and Stingley's gone. So I don't know who they could be moving up here for. I'm high on Andrew Booth. This would be an excellent pick for them to go up and get Booth. Maybe they're going up for Linderbaum. I don't know who they're going up for, but they're definitely going up for somebody important because the Saints have moved up. There is activity in the draft board, and this is why the draft is exciting. And I'm curious what they gave up because they move up a decent amount of spots. So I don't know who it could be. Okay, here's what I'm seeing from Field Yates. Saints trade pick 16, 98 third-round pick, and 120 a fourth-rounder to move up. So pricey a third and a fourth in this year's draft to move up 5 spots ahead of the Vikings, ahead of the Texans in Baltimore. The clock is winding down, less than 2 minutes now. Kind of funny that just typically when you see a guy like this, a trade happen, bam, picks in because you're going for it. Did they move up here? I don't know who they were waiting on, but they're waiting on somebody.
After we're done here in Vegas this week, after our residency ends here in Las Vegas, next big to-do on our list is to let you know about the 2022 schedule, our schedule release show.
So I'm hearing from some on Twitter that Chris Olave could be the pick here. There it is. Third and a fourth. That is pricey. That is a nice price. Washington receives a couple nice picks. So they traded up with that. So this is the pick they traded up with Philadelphia with. Now they're taking that pick and again leapfrogging to move to 11. Where are the Saints going with this? I'm going to text my friend and see if he has any thoughts on this trade. I'm listening to this, by the way. There, it looks like it's going to be Olave.
Got to get me a running mate. You said you'd get me a running mate. We're about to run out of these guys. And by the way, there's another one from Ohio State out there. Go get him for me, please. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, hopefully he will be available for them down at 16. But the Saints going to 11 right here, it could be interesting. It had to be somebody that they thought they needed to trade into the draft to go get. That's 39 Ohio State players on our team. I'm not getting that one. All right. Here we go. The commissioner of the NFL. Joining us here up on.
All right. It sounds like it's Chris Olave. Let's go. Here we go. It sounds like it's Olave, which that breaks the hearts of Cowboys fans, not mine. Oh my Lord!
We've got a similar time 2 weeks from tonight when we announce the 2022 schedule.
Get on with it.
This year's schedule will have a new twist, as our Thursday night game will be carried by a new partner, Amazon Prime Video.
Yippee!
Joining me are Chargers and Chiefs season ticket members James Debo and Louis Phil.
Hold on. Give me a second.
Also here is Pro Football Hall of Famer Tony Gonzalez.
That's Tony Gonzalez. That's cool. Tony Gonzalez is going to be part of the broadcast team. Hold on. Shut up, Gonzalez. I don't care. Can you hurry up and announce the pick? They didn't even bring a fan. That's what's stupid. Oh, nobody gives a crap. If I'm a Saints fan, I'm tearing my hair out right now because get to the pick. One of my jerseys give me some issues.
I'll tell you what, we're looking forward to it. This one goes back 62 years. You're not going to see every time these two teams get together, it's explosive, it's fireworks, it's touchdowns, great defense. So we will see you there September 15th. All right, so those guys announced something for Amazon. We have same-day delivery on the Lions trade. They just moved up from 32. Here we go, Minnesota and NFC North.
Ho! Big trade. Detroit has moved from 32 to 12 with the Vikings. We'll get the Saints pick in. Olave. Yeah, it's Olave. All right. Excuse me. You look at a guy on Olave, 4.39 speed. He's a constant deep threat down the field. He's got twitch in his routes. He's got a lot of speed, man. 4.39. Excuse me. Winston now has a really nice toy to play with in Houston, which I think that's a very good pick for Houston. You move up. I'm guessing, Tre'Quan Smith. I'm guessing you were scared that Houston would take him or Minnesota. Or maybe it was just you're making sure you secure your guy. So, good pick from them. Now you move to what appears to be Detroit on the clock. I don't know. But the guys for the Cowboys, who I still want, Zion Johnson, Tyler Linderbaum, they're still there. Kenyon Green. But now, the Cowboys, you can knock off a couple guys off their board. Cross, Olave, London. Here we go. But it sounds like the Detroit Lions have made a trade, but I'm not 100% sure. And the Lions are trading up, it's quarterback. You're not trading up for maybe Kyle Hamilton. You really want an impact player in the defense, but I don't see that being the case. Whew.
Silky smooth. Everything he does is easy. He's got outstanding route tempo. Going out, I just want to see him get a little bit stronger, a little more physical, especially with the ball in his hands after.
I'm reading some Twitter stuff here.
Working vertical. He's got that second gear. Once the ball goes up in the air, he can really go get it. The route knowledge, you can make a case as good as anybody in this draft class. Here he is working in Patrick Surtain, one of the best corners in the NFL, and getting a nice move on him on a comeback to finish. Here he is down in the red zone. Again, watch the head, just the subtleties of the route running. That's where you see the polish with Chris Olave, and then go down the.
Okay, the Lions have traded up from 32, 20 picks. 20 picks. 20 selections, 20 spots to 12. I've seen a rumor that it's for Jameson Williams, the receiver from Bama. And if it is, that is an interesting. Hold on. That is intriguing. That is wow. I am shocked. I am shocked a little bit if it is Jameson. Because you're pairing him with Amon-Ra and Hawkinson. And it's a great pick, don't get me wrong. You're getting a guy that's recovering from ACL. But I think it's got to be a quarterback. It's got to be. There's no way that you trade 20 spots for a receiver. When you're sitting at 32 and can get a really quality guy, you have to love the guy. To trade up for somebody, you have to love him. You have to believe that this guy's the guy for you, and he's the piece going to help you get to a Super Bowl. If the Lions think that, this is interesting. Whoa! New trade. Trades. Philadelphia and Houston just flipped positions on the draft little ticker on NFL Network. Wow. So far, no movement for a quarterback, I would suspect, unless Howie Roseman, the deal maker, will shock the world and go with a quarterback.
He's one of the best receivers in the league, and it's just to go in there and learn from him was going to be huge. So we have a little relationship already, but to play alongside him is going to be huge for me. Yeah, of course.
So this is getting intriguing here, man. Whew. I'm hearing about this now. Wow. Okay, I didn't see that. The Lions received 12th, and the Vikings second, number 46. Vikings received 32, the second round pick 34, and the Lions third round pick 66. So 2 early second and third round picks. Lions get a second round pick in return. I like that deal for them because basically you trade back in the second round and you trade away a third rounder for a guy to pick up 20 spots. I like the move there for the Lions. You didn't overpay for you did not overpay. Holy, am I behind? I was actually a little behind. Oh my god. Whoa. The reason that I was reacting the way I did was I heard a rumor that it was for Pickett. And that's from an incredible source. Wow. So they move up for their guy. Williams, you can't not talk about him and discuss the ACL surgery. You got an ACL injury. Oh, my Lord. NFL trade rumors. This is what I saw. Okay, for Lions trade up for Kenny Pickett. That is why I went holy, because I thought it was Pickett. It's not. It's Williams. You got a guy, honestly, the best receiver in the draft, if not for the ACL surgery. So now you shoot up the receiver position, and Goff's still going to be Jared Goff. But now, if by some miracle quarterback falls to 46, you're looking intriguing, man. This Lions, I like the move for them. At 2, you get Hutchinson, a lead on your defense. Now you get a dynamic pass catcher for your offense. I like the move from the Lions, filling up some holes. That way now you can come back maybe next year and get a quarterback. I mean, Williams is an excellent receiver, man. You one knock on him maybe is he's 179 pounds. I see him put on some weight. This guy's fast. He's quick. His route running is quick. He does everything fast. This guy probably sleeps fast. I mean, this guy in route running, he's not clunky. He's not stiff. He's not slow. He's fast out of his breaks. He can release from the line of scrimmage very well. And you have to like what you watch on tape from Jameson Williams. Ohio State transfer to Bama, and if not for the ACL injury in the national championship game, potentially, Bama wins that game. You never know. You never know what happens. But, man, that guy's got blazing speed. Runs by him. His double move is deadly. Route running, his fakes, his shoulders. He holds everything perfectly. He is a great prospect and should be a top 10 prospect with the ACL injury because he makes his money off his speed. You have to knock him down a couple ticks. But he's been working back at it, and it sounds like he'll make a full recovery. But still, you never fully know with ACLs. Whew! Need a breath. Now we go to Philadelphia because Philadelphia just traded up with Houston a couple spots, presumably for, I don't know. But the Eagles are on the clock as the trade ticker comes across and the pick is in. I really hope it's not an offensive lineman because I'm going to cry if it is, because that means he's one of the guys I want the Cowboys to get. Because you got the cluster of tackles, and you got the next couple cluster with Zion and Linderbaum and all those guys. Howie Roseman, the deal maker, who's he moving up for? I don't know. Maybe another wide receiver this year. Maybe he's worried that the run on receivers is happening. Maybe he's trading up for Jordan Davis, who we think the Baltimore Ravens really like. But man, this is fun. Sorry, I'm enjoying some music here. Man, this draft's getting intriguing now with all the trades.
I'm looking to provide a more unique experience. Do you like single origin coffee over a game of chess? Me too.
Whoever's running the Trade Rumors app should be fired right now because then they just said Jermaine Johnson. I don't know what the hell's going on with the guy at Trade Rumors, but I don't know if the Eagles want to trade up for a receiver, if that's the move they want to make. I don't know if they want to make a move for a corner. A corner is definitely something in play here. Did not think about that. McDuffie, Booth, it's one of those guys. Maybe that's high on their board. Hold on, I gotta sit up. I have an itch on my back, and it's a problem. Maybe it's an offensive lineman. Don't know. Don't have no idea who this could be. I'd like to ask whoever is on the stream, if you're watching, how's the quality, the video quality? How's the audio quality? Is there anything wrong? Anything I need to change? Am I talking too fast? Talking too slow? Give me some pointers. Remember, I'm not a polished analyst. I am a very, very amateur analyst here. So any tips and tricks that I'm doing wrong, please let me know in the chat. I'm here, and I'm looking into it to see if I can fix some things. Audio sounds good. Do I need to move closer to the mic? I don't think I need to move closer. I think that would be bad. But I know the video quality doesn't look as great. But it's also I'm streaming from my computer. I don't have any software. But back to the draft. Now you have the Eagles, man, and I don't know who they're going. Howie Roseman can't be trading up for a quarterback. As a Cowboys fan, I will laugh my butt off. Okay, audio quality is good. Yeah, so the video is going to be a little pixelated. I am watching on my phone here. Hold on. Unfortunately, yeah, so if you see the quality, if you can't see it, it's not ideal, which I can't do nothing about that right now. It is pixelated, and I'm sorry about that. It looks great from the little screen that I have, but I know you guys don't. So if you will, just turn the phone down. You ain't gotta look at my face. All right, you just turn the phone down. You can listen to me because I think the audio is good because I have a very, very nice mic. And the guy that commented that, Yeah, picture's okay. Thanks for the chill Brady comment, by the way. I hope I would expect that to be in good context. Not yeah, that's in good context. I like that. Thanks. But Eagles, let's get back on track here. Going to their lineup to PFF, can I see their grades? Philadelphia Eagles, who I hate. I hate three teams. Well, I hate two professional sports teams. I hate the Houston Astros, hate the Philadelphia Eagles. Who they're going for, I don't know. And I didn't think about this. Kyle Hamilton. Maybe they wanted to trade up in front of Baltimore. I don't know if it's Baltimore significant in this, but maybe they want to go Hamilton here, get the best player available, ensure you get him. There's been a lot of movement throughout.
Everyone in the world thought Jordan Davis from Georgia was a Ravens pick. Now the Eagles leap over and get a potential replacement for Fletcher Cox. All right. So
Wow.
would you agree with that, T. Leaf? I was in Philadelphia in the personnel department when we traded up a few spots 10 years ago to take Fletcher Cox. Maybe history repeats itself. And the reason I like Jordan Davis as Baltimore coach was that he had.
So here's what they give up. To move up two spots, the Eagles give up their fourth round pick this year, number 124, along with two fifth round picks. That's how it looks like next year. So not bad comment. 3 picks. You take quantity over quality there for the Jordan.
Eagles picks. Again, they picked 18th overall. And the Ravens pick is in, so we're going to get some back-to-back picks fast.
So the Ravens pick is in. Washington is on the clock now. Oh, sorry, Houston's on the clock now. So the Eagles, don't do any more. We got to introduce the kids. I don't care. Now it's the pick. Oh, Lord.
Joining me for the Eagles pick are 6 high school tackle and flag football captains for teams across Clark County and Las Vegas.
It sounds like Jordan Davis is the pick. The D tackle, the monstrous D tackle from Georgia. Oh, I know they're being nice, but I don't care. I want the draft. I didn't come to watch this crap. I turned to kind of a butt holder in the draft, if you can't tell.
The Houston Texans have traded the 13th pick.
Yeah, we got that.
With the 13th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Jordan Davis.
God. Oh, that one sucks because now my team has to go up against Jordan Davis twice a year. This is wonderful. He is a monster of a human being. 6'6", 340. William Perry size S, and this guy is big. Big. Power, frame, his run defense. He is immovable. Offensive lineman. Sorry, I'm having a nose itch and it's not wanting to be fixed. He's a gap filler. He's got range for his size and his length. Go watch his highlight tape and come back to this, and you're going to be going, you're going to realize why you don't want to play football. This man is a monstrous human being. He has a couple issues, though. He's not going to play every down. He's not a 3-down type of guy. He's a bring-in for special downs. His conditioning is not NFL ready. His conditioning is not NFL ready. Exactly. That's what Davis is saying. You're going to want him to cut his weight because, unfortunately, he can't. His workload, you can't give him too much. And he's not the most innovative pass rusher. He's a D tackle. You don't need him to pass. If you're a D tackle, I don't need you to pass rush. You know what I need you to do? I need you to stop that run. Because you got to face Saquon Barkley, got to face Antonio Gibson, and Ezekiel Elliott and Pollard. You got to face those guys, some good old lines in the NFC East. You've got to face them, and you got a guy now that can jam the middle, and you're not moving him. You got to just run the other way. Run to the outside. Don't run up the middle against Jordan Davis. It's not going to work out for you.
freshman in the NFL right here as he's getting set. So hold up, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, that ain't gonna fit him. Man, this guy Albert Hainsworth's a good comp. Not the bad Albert Hainsworth, the good Albert Hainsworth. But Lord, this man is huge. He stands out. When I was watching film, I never had to go, well, where is he? No, you can see him pretty dang good from the screen. His quickness for a man at 6'6", 340 is, I mean, he's 3 inches taller than me and my weight. But he moves like he's not that. He shouldn't move like that. It's not human. He's not. There's a lot of freaks in this draft. And freak's not a bad word in the NFL. Right? Evan Neal. There's a lot of guys that you say they're freaky, right? Their movement skills. They're this, they're that. He is that. He has got that freak athletic ability. At D tackle is just terrific. Now you move to the next pick in Baltimore. Where's Baltimore going to go? We penciled Jordan Davis to Baltimore. Now the Eagles jump another bird to select him. Where do the Ravens go? I think this is a trade down scenario. If you're the Dallas Cowboys, Baltimore's pick is in. Never mind. So the Ravens pick is in. I don't know if Houston's pick is in. Gonna have a little bit of a log jam here. But it makes me a little sad as a Cowboys fan because I don't want to face Jordan Davis. I don't want to face him. I don't want to face the guy. I'm good. So Texas pick is in. Washington on the clock. We don't know. First round's going by quick. It's almost been about an hour and 45. So they're not going to a break, are they? Wait, what are you supposed to say? Man, I can't stand it. I'm going to freaking Philly. Philly? I don't want to go to Philly. Yeah, they still have Fletcher Cox and they have Javon Hargrave. So he doesn't have to play right away. He doesn't have to start. They've got 2 starting caliber D tackles. He can come in when they want. And man, that is a big human. And Ravens fans have just now put holes in their wall, have now broken their television screens. Ravens fans are pissed. Because one of the guys that you penciled in here to go, and it's not where I had them going in my mock draft, and I would like to note for the Cowboys fans, Kyle Hamilton, a safety that we need, is falling. Hamilton falls. I want him. And they don't take it. That could be a Micah Parsons. Like, Jerry said, I would trade up for a Micah Parsons or CeeDee Lamb. Kyle Hamilton's that guy. He's that dude. I would cry if we get... What the hell happened? Dallas made a trade. Dallas is not on the board. And there goes Hamilton. You're getting probably the best defensive player in the draft. Oh no, you're getting the best defensive back in the draft. Better than Sauce, better than Stingley. But one thing I want to note is Dallas is no longer on the little draft thing. What happened? Hamilton, rangy. Dallas, they don't have a first-round pick? Hold on, I'm sorry. I know that you came to watch me, but the Ravens have made a trade. They're sending Marquise Brown to Arizona. Wow. Okay, Dallas is still on the board. I think what happened is they have not made. Okay, it looks like they have not added the Baltimore pick correctly. So hold on, we're in limbo here. Okay, the Ravens have traded Hollywood Brown and pick 100 to the Cardinals for pick 23. Probably jumping the Cowboys. I know, and the reason I'm sitting here kind of like, and I know I have 4 people in here, which is terrific, by the way. Dallas is still 20. Oh, what's up, David? Dallas is still 24. Okay. The reason I'm puzzled is because I think with the person doing the drafting on NFL Network, put Baltimore's pick in front on Dallas instead of Arizona's. So, okay, we're fine. Crap is going down, and I don't know what's happening. The Texans have a pick. Quarterback, maybe. Hold on. Fixed it. I almost had a heart attack because my team was trading. Hold on. So the Texans, back to the Texans here. You look at Hamilton, watch him ahead today. Range is this guy plays center field better than better than Willie Mays did. You look at a guy that's got excellent length. He's got ball skills. He plays physical, likes to hit, and he's good in coverage. He's kind of that chess piece to move around the defense where you want him, and Baltimore's getting a hell of a player. So now you're looking at Dallas. Thank you, David, for clearing that up. Dallas is still 24th. I'm happy they are. That could have been bad. Very, 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 very rough. If for me. So there it is. Wow. I'm sorry that I'm not a good center fielder for Baltimore. Yes, that guy can play up high, come in the box. He's an aggressive tackler, helps in the run game. I like what Hamilton brings to the table. Here's the trade of trades. It is finalized. Baltimore is sending Marquise Brown at pick 100 to the Cardinals for pick 23. Here's the Texans. Whoa! Well, there goes the O-lineman. Every Cowboys fan had a collective groan because there goes your guy. Kenyon Green is off the board. He's off. Okay, this draft is getting crazy. This is getting nuts. This is. I really wish I'd had Seth here with me. There goes Green. Now to note, he was the third guy I wanted. There are 3 guys I want the Cowboys to get. He was third. Number 1 is Linderbaum, the center from Iowa. 2 is Zion. 3 is Green. It's not a great sign that already at 15, one of those 3 guys is off the board. He's a physical guy. He can kick out the guard, kick out the tackle. He can play guard. He probably projects as a guard. He's got great athleticism for that position. Decent hand usage. I think he can be a little clunky sometimes, and his feet look like they're in cement sometimes. But he's a hell of a player, and at 15, I think I'm going to give it a slight reach, but it's still a good pick, and the Texans are improving that offensive line. Now you move back up. Dallas is straight up now. Trevor Penning is falling. That is interesting. Trevor Penning, the guy from Northern Iowa, who the Cowboys are enamored with, is falling to Dallas. And you can see a trade up. We have 4 fifth-round picks, maybe a couple of those, 3 of those, move up a couple spots to trade. And as my friend Noah has said, Willis is falling. The Steelers may not have to move up. This draft is getting nuts. I mean, this is wow, where you have picks flying, people being traded. So the Cardinals, let's just hit the Brown trade for a second. The Cardinals get a great guy to replace Christian Kirk in that passing game. You move back I think the Ravens got a slight fleece. I think that you maybe try and get their second round pick if they have one. But hey, I ain't making the trade. So the Cardinals sail way back, but now they can regroup and I wonder if one of their guys went off the board. You have to wonder if Olave or Williams was one of their guys, and when they both went boom, boom off the board, maybe Drake London was their guy. They're off the board. Do I think Dallas trades up now? I think perhaps if Penning keeps falling, watch Penning, watch Zion, watch Linderbaum, all three. If all three are there for Dallas, it's one of those, I'd rather there only be one. That way I'm not like who I want. We're going to say this now. The hierarchy's changed. Penning, Linderbaum, Zion. I am happy with all three. I am fist pumping on live stream for all three. Washington is at pick 16 now. Where's Washington going to go? I think they perhaps go receiver here. They need someone. Scary Terry, I think, is holding out, if I'm not mistaken. They need someone across from him. The problem is, who do you go with? If you look at receivers that are still available, going down the board, Williams is gone. Olave is gone. London's gone. Jahan Dotson could be the pick. Maybe they shock. I think a shock for me would be Sky Moore from Western Michigan here at 16. It's a reach, but it's still a dang good pick. Maybe they want to, completely reach and go a Christian Watson. I don't know. And if it's not receiver, Carson Wentz is their guy, I think, for this year. Now, I think Carson Wentz is a below-average quarterback. If not, he's average at times. But I think it's receiver. If it's not receiver, perhaps another offensive lineman. That's true. They lost Brandon Sheriff to the Jaguars. Maybe they want to bring in a Zion Johnson, which would break this Cowboys fan's heart. Maybe they want to bring in a Penning. So I'm going to go offensive line or receiver here for the for the Commanders. I'm going to mute. I have got to take a swig of water because I am dying over here. Hold on. Break. All right. Sorry, I had to take a quick water break. It's funny, I don't know who the two people are that are in here, so whoever you are that keep jumping in and jumping out, thanks for staying with me. End or corner for Washington. Yeah, I think. End or corner. That's a good need. Jermaine Johnson could go here. That's an intriguing option here. Maybe you want to go Andrew Booth. Maybe you want to go Trent McDuffie. McDuffie's slowly falling. The Dallas Cowboys, and I know I'm a Cowboys fan, so I'm going to keep talking about them a little bit. They're in a great position here. Yeah, the Commanders, not anything else. They're the commies. Oh, sorry. Commanders. Oh, my neck. I got to. Burks. Son of a gun. I completely skipped over him. Burks, London, Dotson, Moore, Watson. I don't think George Pickens goes here. End or corner, they can. I don't think defensive end because you got Chase Young still. I mean, he's injured, but he still got him. Deron Payne. You got Josh Sweat, I believe is his name over there. You got 4 first-round picks at D-line. I think end is where you go in the second round for Washington. And that way you have a guy that can sit that when Young comes back, he can go to the bench. He can come in rotations. But the pick is in. I'm going receiver, and I'm going O-line as my option. Please don't be Zion Johnson. Embrace myself. It was Dotson. They did go with Dotson. He projects more to be in the slot, but he's fast. In and out of breaks. Good cut. Smooth route runner. Excellent hands. Where he makes his money. He's got great hands, man. He's not dropping passes. You'd like to increase the top speed a little more, but he is a complete receiver, except for the fact that he's not very big. So he projects in the slot in the NFL. But that's a good pick. It is a good pick for Washington. You bring in a guy kind of like McLaurin. I think McLaurin's undersized. I don't know his exact height. But as we kind of truck on through the draft here, we're at 16. This draft is going by fairly quickly. You're at 16 now. Man, Chargers, they're a very complete football team. Maybe you go offensive line. I think Penning, I don't think you expect him to be here for the Chargers because the run on receivers that happen. Maybe Dallas tries to move up now. Maybe with Philadelphia, maybe with the Chargers to move up for Penning. I think you're getting in a position where Dallas could move up and not give up quality draft capital, which for me would that be a day 2 pick. Maybe you can convince the team to take 3 5th-rounders and maybe even a player. I don't know who that could be, but maybe a player. You move up for maybe. You know what would be interesting is if you trade up with a guy with the team and you put Connor McGovern in that deal, and that way you draft his replacement. That could be something they do. But Dotson, I like his character. He's a good kid. And I say kid when he's older than me, which I think is funny. But he's a good player, and he's going to be a great help and asset to that passing game in Washington. Carson Wentz is happy. The Chargers pick is in. The Chargers, man, I don't know who they're going here. It's, again, a complete football team. They have maybe a couple of these in the offensive line, but the pick is in, and I don't know. I don't know. Gosh, dang it. Well, we didn't get Zion. I'm going to do it because I'm mad. Son of a... I'm mad. I'm angry. But as David, you just pointed out, Philadelphia is off the board now. Tennessee has now moved up, but however, Tennessee's name is still there. So it seems like Philly has traded out of the first round. Hello, mother. Can you hear me? Am I being too loud?
There is no cussing on the podcast.
I haven't cussed. I've said bleep. I did not say the word.
Okay, good. Just don't think it.
Censor police here. So when you look at the draft here, Zion, I am angry because I wanted Zion Johnson bad. I wanted him, but you don't get him. You live, you don't get him, unfortunately. Man, but Tennessee's moved up potentially for a receiver to jump New Orleans, to jump Pittsburgh, and all those guys. This is hot and heavy, a lot of trades. And I think Philly did trade out of the first round because Tennessee now has 2 first-round picks. But Zion, a guy that is a people mover. When he gets locked on, you going nowhere, buddy. And he can play guard, he can play tackle, and he actually played some center at the Senior Bowl. And it hurts a little bit the fact that Zion. So now I think for the Cowboys. Yeah, all the Cowboys analysts have agreed with me. Panic mode is coming in for Cowboys because now you're worried about, whoa. Whoa! The receiver. Holy. It didn't cuss, Mom. I said holy boop. Bleep, 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 expletive, expletive. The Eagles get A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown. And the Titans get the first round pick and a third. I think the Titans win this trade because you get a day 2 pick and you acquire a first day pick. Wow. And the Eagles, they have improved Jordan Davis, and now they get A.J. Brown. Whoa. That's a big trade. And the one good part here is that the Titans ain't going O-line. I don't see that happening. If they go Tyler Linderbaum, you're going to see me want to cry on live stream. Because now Penning and Linderbaum are the 2 guys left. Everyone else on my board, if you want that you want to look at here, look at all. In my top 10, Willis is still on the board. But everyone in my top 10 is now off. They're gone. McDuffie's on the board. Linderbaum is. Booth is. Penning is. Nakobe Dean, Pickett, Jermaine Johnson, Kyer Elam, Devin Lloyd, Traylon Burks, Daniel Falele, Devontae Wyatt, Lewis Sign, Dotson's off. Karlaftis is on the board. And yes, Philly did add a receiver in free agency. Wait, what? Am I being slow? Who they didn't acquire anybody. That's David, you messing with me again? Because I don't know who you're talking about there. Low key could be a quarterback here. I don't. Whoa. That would be big for them to trade up ahead of New Orleans and Pittsburgh. That does make some sense here for them to leapfrog two teams that could be taking a quarterback. This has been probably the wildest first round I've been a part of. Crap ton of trades, movement. Wow, this has been. I am really sad that my friend Seth could not be here with me because this would have been fun to be here with him. And Tucker, kind of wish you'd come over too if you were here in the stream. I'll text him that. But wow, no, I hope not. Tucker just texted me that it could be Tyler Smith at 24, and I was listening to Bobby Belt, the insider for 105 The Fan today, and he was talking about how Tyler Smith is not that high on their board, and the only scenario where Tyler Smith comes on their board is if everyone else is gone. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks in front of Dallas. Penning and Linderbaum are your guys here. New Orleans does not need a center. I don't think the Titans need a center. New England doesn't need a center. Pittsburgh doesn't need a center. Green Bay, I think they have Jenkins, right? I believe. And then Baltimore doesn't need a center. I don't believe. So they added Zach Pascal. Okay. Yeah, big. No, I mean, okay. Yeah, they added him. But you still add. That is true. I forgot about him. Thank you for reminding me. But they did add A.J. Brown just now. Wow. I wonder if they're going to kick Rager into the slot now. Do they trade Jalen Rager?
Sources said they just agreed to terms on a massive contract extension for Brown, 4 years, $100 million with $57 million guaranteed.
That's a big
Wow. And the Eagles just paid him. Wow. 4 years, $100 million. $25 million a year. And they got a pick. The Titans, they probably just are going to draft replacement. Wow. It is Burks. They are replacing A.J. Brown with Burks now. And they still have their pick at 26. Maybe they come back up for a receiver. Pitt needs a center, but they probably not going to pass a quarterback. I agree with you, Noah. I don't think they're passing up on a quarterback. Wow. New Orleans, this has been a crazy first round. But at least the Cowboys to Burks noise is gone. I got to worry about it. If I'm Jerry Jones, I'm trading up right now for a lineman. You cannot risk Linderbaum or Penning. If Penning falls to 24, I am ecstatic. He is a freaking awesome player. And I didn't see him drafting here. By the way, normally I wear my jersey when the Cowboys pick, but I decided to go with it the entire day today. Okay, I need to take a second because this has been nuts. But Burks is a hell of a receiver. Kind of like a Deebo Samuel type guy. Rocked up frame. He's a big dude. Yes, mother? Man. I'm speechless. A.J. Brown.
talk about two receivers tonight.
He's got good separation skills. He's not the best route runner in the world, I don't think, from what I remember watching. He's got pretty good hands, good release, decent speed. He does things well. He's a good first round receiver, and he is hard to bring down, man. He can make you miss, and he can run right through you. Now you got New Orleans again. You got Olave trading up. Now do you go with O-line? Quarterback? I hope it's not Penning, but I think it's Penning. They don't need to say they have Eric McCoy. Maybe Linderbaum is their pick. They don't need to tackle. Maybe Penning moves to left. Stays at left. Maybe they double up a receiver. Maybe they take a quarterback to give. Maybe they take a corner. This could be McDuffie right here, or Booth, or whoever they have as their top corner left available. Debo could still get moved. Yeah, he could. Debo could very well still get moved. I mean, this is. Yeah, so it's a cap-saving move. Is Burks better than A.J. Brown? I don't know. I know he got drafted higher now, better prospect, but I can't say he's a better player. Saints pick is in. I think it's a corner. Yeah, Dallas' pick is coming up, and I'm starting to get slightly worried. Slightly means once we get to that Green Bay pick and that Baltimore pick, I'm a lot less worried if Linderbaum and Penning are still there. If Linderbaum and Penning are still there with Baltimore's pick, I know we're getting one of them. Same thing happened in 2020 when going into the Falcons pick, going into the Browns pick. Yeah, so the quarterback conversation has now opened up. Hold on, I need to text my friend. Woo! 6 people watching. We're setting records here for viewership. I can't see who's in there, so if you want to comment, I could then see who I'm talking to. If you have any opinions, any questions that you'd like the draft expert, me, to answer, I will definitely answer those questions. Any opinions? You suck. Speak up. Tell your brother to go away. Whatever the case may be. No. So, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I'm all right.
All right. Ignore the fact I think he's making popcorn. So ignore that popping noise in the back. Sorry. Again, I don't claim to be professional. If I ever get paid to do this, I'll be very professional about it. I don't have words. I don't have words. I haven't seen a board move. Still 6 people in here. Again, if you could drop who you are. You don't have to do that, actually. Sorry. Just comment any suggestions, opinions, questions. Here we go. I think it's a corner here. McDuffie, I don't think you see McDuffie. I think was number 11 on my board. I had McDuffie at 12. So McDuffie's a guy, plays physical, but I think it's going to be a corner. Put across Lattimore, lock down that other side. Andrew Booth, Elon maybe. Man. Well, they go tackle. That sucks because I was hoping he'd fall. So now the Cowboys have one guy left, and it's Tyler Linderbaum. Well, that one hurts because, again, I really wanted him. Man, all the old linemen are dropping like flies for the Cowboys, and I have got a sick feeling. Now, Dallas has got to make a move. You can't sit where you are. You've got 4 picks in front of you, and one guy. But as my friend Noah is saying, Malik Willis has fallen to 20. I'm going to laugh if it's Linderbaum, and I'm going to cry because I'm going to be sad that he's not going to us, but I'm going to be happy. You got Mitch Trubisky. I think but the Steelers, man. But let's talk about Penning for a second. This guy is big. I want to say he's like 6'7", 320, 330. He's, built up, long arms. He doesn't move particularly well, but is this guy nasty? He likes football. He likes that contact. He's an offensive lineman. He's an enforcer. He's got that attitude, that bouncer attitude. I froze for a second. Hold on. This guy is nasty. He likes contact, and he likes to put guys in the dirt. I guess in the turf, technically. But he is a intriguing prospect. I hope I didn't freeze. That sucks if I did. Pickens, Dallas could then go defensive end. Jermaine Johnson fell. I like Jermaine Johnson. I don't think that's a pick. The Pittsburgh pick is in. I hope I haven't froze. It's not a head-scratching move if you want to go with the defensive end at 24 now, and then offensive line second round, maybe Darian Kennard. But Pittsburgh's got to go QB. You got to go QB, and now you're here in the playoff teams. So now you're, less holes, more BPA, best player available. Best player on my board is still Trent McDuffie at number 12, Linderbaum at 13, Booth at 14, Penning's off, Nakobe Dean at 20, Pickett, Jermaine Johnson, Elam. A lot of guys in that mid-20s range still available for these teams that want to come up. There's a lot of activity in the teams like we thought there might be. But now Dallas is not trading. They did not trade for a pick, which a lot of people thought they would. They did not trade. They've stayed at 24, and I could realistically see them wanting to trade back and draft Tyler Smith. I do not want Tyler Smith at 24. And I know that sounds horrible because he's not a guard. He's a tackle. If Zion Johnson can play guard, Kenny Green can play guard, Penning can kick in and play guard. He can't. And he's one of those high traits, not a lot of production and not very good film. I think I have Tyler Smith. Looking at my tackle rankings, he is must be on that one. Sorry. Hopefully those 4 people don't leave. Stay with me. Tyler Smith's at 58. 58 on my board. 58. At 24, no thank you. I'm good. I would be willing to trade out of the first round for the right compensation, and it wouldn't kill me. If, let's say, the Vikings, who are at 34, wanted to come back up with us in the first round, maybe they trade us 32. Oh, man, my viewership's dropping. I guess I'm that bad. But I don't know, man. This is getting really interesting for the draft. I'd be willing to trade at the first round for the right pick, for the right compensation. I wouldn't hate it. You'd have to get some really nice picks, but pretend that the Vikings, for some reason, offered us 32 and 34. And if Dallas wants to get crazy, McDuffie may be on the board at 24. I would love the pick. I think that then They said that Kelvin Joseph's, court case would not play a factor. But if you get a great corner, the whole Last Dance gif, you kind of got to take it. I think you got to take that offer, McDuffie, and maybe kick Brown back into the slot with Lewis, and McDuffie's your outside corner. I'm fist pumping. I would trade out of the first round for the right compensation, because then you could still get a quality lineman and even maybe more quality players. I like that idea. But they're taking their sweet time getting their picks in. But here we go. The Steelers with Franco Harris, they're making a pick here, and I think this is your quarterback. If not, it could be Linderbaum, and I'm sad. I got a bad feeling with Linderbaum. I'll respond to David here in a second. Actually, I'll say this right now because I don't care about this. No, if best player available doesn't fit a need, like if best player available, well, technically actually Willis is my best player available at 8, but wow. I wouldn't mind a receiver at 24 either. Pickens. I don't want Watson. Willis. It's got to be Willis right here, man. Or Pickett. It's a big moment right here. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to see Linderbaum. It's Pickett. They get themselves a quarterback. First QB off the board. It is Kenny Pickett. That is a huge move. And Noah, I don't think you're happy because you passed on Malik Willis. You passed on Willis. You got the Pitt guy staying in Pittsburgh. Wow. Big moment for the Steelers there. And now the Dallas is 3 picks away from the number 1 guy that I wanted, voice crack, in Linderbaum. They need a backup for Mitch. I guess they want Pickett to sit behind Trubisky for a year. This is funny. But you know what? They fill a need. I think I like Trubisky. I think he can still be a quality quarterback. I think Matt Nagy was the problem in Chicago, not Trubisky. But they still go ahead and are going to draft their quarterback of the future in Kenny Pickett, a guy that I think looks like Ryan Tannehill. His decision-making can be lacking a little bit, but I think he's still a guy that he makes good throws, or accurate throws, and he can run. He's a good quarterback, and I think it's a quality pick. And I think that if you season him a little bit and you get him with the right system, the right coach, the right everything, he turns into something. There's that worm. I always like seeing the war room. I always think it's interesting to see, a team's room before they're making the picks. But Dallas is coming up on the board. Sorry, I keep hitting the table. I'm not trying to. You've got 3 picks until I get my Dallas Cowboys on the board. I wouldn't mind George Pickens at 24. Like, I wouldn't be ticked. But he's another guy that's kind of got some character issues, so I don't know if I really want that. But, I mean, it's the only thing about Pickett is he sometimes throws with some hesitation to his throws, but he can ID the coverage. But I think the problem with him is getting a little nervous. He kind of that whole rookie. He has the rookie quarterback problem of being timid, scared, all those. So now, whoa, Kansas City's moved up. They're going receiver. Kansas City has moved up with Green Bay, New England. And now I know Seth is going to be ticked about that because he doesn't, Y'all, hold on. It's got to be a receiver here for the Chiefs.
Patriots just traded down. The Chiefs just traded up from 29.
The Patriots trade down. I wonder. I don't know what they were looking for. But it says my connection's unstable, but I don't think it's unstable. But now the Chiefs move up. They're going receiver. Pickens. Christian Watson. They need to replace Hill. The issue is, where are you going to find a guy that can replace him? If you look at my receivers board. I don't have a little. I wish I could have a screen. I'll show you my board. But you look at receiver. Hold on. His nose itch is killing me. Wilson gone. Williams gone. Olave gone. Burks gone. London gone. Dotson gone. All those top guys are gone. Sky Moore and Christian Watson and George Pickens are the next guys. And I have more of them on second round grade. So you're going to reach for a receiver here at 21. The best part about this, I know it ain't a center because I got one. Yeah.
Maturity, his confidence, great mobility. Seems like we have a quarterback competition now in Pittsburgh.
Yay. Now you've got the Chiefs on the board at 21. Do you go with a receiver? You are moving up. You're leapfrogging Green Bay. The reason I have to believe that it's receiver, and the set just texted me back. I hate my life. I'm sorry, man. I feel bad for you. I know that you wanted to pick at 21, but Bill's a big trader at just what he does. I want to see the details of the trade, but here's what's interesting about them. You move ahead of Green Bay, who you know is targeting a receiver. I'm going to give you the name to watch. Is Sky Moore out of Western Michigan. Bringing out the old notepad here. I haven't used it in a while.
Kansas City just used the first-round selection they got from Miami and a fourth-round selection they got from Miami for Tyreek Hill, along with a third, to move up in front of Green Bay to make this choice.
The New England Patriots have traded the 21st pick to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Here we go. Receiver.
With the 21st pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Trent McDuffie.
Whoa! Corner. That was another one of their needs. That was a need. They move up for a corner, and now with the Cowboys, there are three guys I like at this pick for the Cowboys. Karlaftis from Purdue, edge rusher. Jermaine Johnson, edge rusher from Florida State. And Tyler Linderbaum, the center from Iowa. The funny part is there's two picks. We're going to get one of those guys. Okay. McDuffie's wasn't there for us. Fine. Booth is still him and Wilson, my best players available. Quarterback's hard to say best player available because it's quarterback. So non-quarterback best player available is Tyler Linderbaum at 13 and Booth at 14 on my board. You're looking at a guy that I was expecting Sky Moore there, so I was not prepared for this pick, to be honest with you guys. But McDuffie, that Washington team churns out corners at a high rate. There he is, man. Yeah. High motor. He doesn't bite on those little curl routes and stuff and those little double moves. He doesn't bite on that. He's not Trevon Diggs. He's an aggressive tackler. He's a guy he's sticky in coverage. You're not going to beat him with your legs. You're not going to beat him with route running. He's got sudden feet, which allows him to jump routes when he needs to, but he also has the awareness to not jump it when he doesn't need to. And he's got those intangibles. He's a smart player, and he knows what to do, and he knows how to make the reads. He's not the tallest guy. He's 5'11", 193. He needs to put on some weight. Would like him to be an inch or two taller. He doesn't have the greatest ball production. That's fine, kind of like a Byron Jones. Limited in press man. He's more of a zone guy, sticky in zone. And those high-end traits are a little left to be desired. He reminds me of a Nnamdi Asomugha, kind of a zone guy. But you look at the Packers, and are they going to go with another quarterback? I'm going to laugh my butt off if they do. Got to be a receiver. I think Sky Moore is the move here, and if he is, that means another player falls to the Cowboys, and I don't see Baltimore going with the center. The reason I'm squirming around is I have to go to the restroom, but I am not missing any of this.
And we've had 2 veterans traded, so you think wide receiver hasn't been the position of the offseason?
Yeah, wide receiver is this year's position of everything. Watson could be a pick here. North Dakota State is about 6'4". I was not able to watch as much film on him as I would have liked to. That's fine. I know he's a big dude. Green Bay could go edge rusher. That's true, Charles Davis. I'm going to talk into the analyst to the TV. Edge rusher is in play for Green Bay, but I think it's got to be a receiver. I think it's going to be Sky Moore from Western Michigan here. If it's not him, I think they like Jermaine Johnson, the Florida State edge rusher. And then at Dallas and then Baltimore, maybe Baltimore goes with the receiver. Maybe they go Sky Moore. Maybe they go Christian Watson. They just traded Marquise Brown. Oh.
For Aaron Rodgers to have a wide receiver drafted for him in the first round, and they not only have one, but they have 2 first-round picks because they traded Devontae Adams away for 1.
And we heard that O-line could be the need here. I don't see Green Bay going O-line. A center would make me cry here, which would be Linderbaum. Oh boy, they need a center. Josh Myers did not have a good year. This could be Linderbaum. If it's not, I think we're in the clear for Tyler Linderbaum. But I have that gut feeling that I had when Surtain went to the Broncos. That that Linderbaum's going to go on the next 2 picks to either them or Baltimore. Just for some reason, I have that pain that I remember from last year. We got Parsons, but that pain that I remember from last year, I do not want that again. But here we go. My heart's either going to be really broken or I'm going to be happy. Here we go. Please get an edge rusher or a receiver. Don't be Linderbaum. Whoa! They go linebacker. Now, I think they can get a receiver at 28. I think 28 is a possibility for a receiver. Well, Watson and Moore should still be there. Buffalo and Baltimore just traded. Buffalo and Baltimore just swap picks. Oh, no. Doesn't Buffalo need a center? Hold on. Buffalo just moved. Quay Walker is the first linebacker off the board. I heard that from Todd McShay. He could be, and he is the first linebacker off the board. No, the Bills are fine at center. They got Mitch Morse. There's no way they're going Linderbaum here, right? I thought the same thing about Patrick Surtain, so who the hell knows at this point? But you look at Quay Walker. Let me get my linebacker. Let me get my notes here. Oh, but give me a second. Give me a second. What the heck? NFL Network has had a glitch. Give me a second. I got to get to Quay Walker to get my notes because I don't remember everything I watched about him. And he is, where he is, from Georgia. Linebacker. Let me get my notes ready. Are you guys waiting for this one? 6'4", 242. Well-built linebacker. He is shot out of a cannon. This guy has excellent downhill speed on the ball. He's got good eyes and awareness. He can read a quarterback, and he doesn't bite on those things. He knows how to hang back and just kind of chill a little bit and not overextend. I like that. 4.3% missed tackles. When he is going to tackle you, he's going to tackle you. You are not escaping his grip. He's a good blitzer, right? That shot out of a cannon pro I gave him. When he's blitzing, he's coming for that quarterback. He's going to get that quarterback. And he's not going to get exposed in coverage. He's not the best coverage linebacker in the draft, but he's also not horrible. He's not going to be a liability there. You'd like to see some more anticipation. Okay, he can read the quarterback, what he's doing. You'd like to see him anticipate it a little bit better. He can see it and react to it. Maybe his timing on reacting needs to be a little more. And I think that his mirroring the ball carry, he's a great tackler, but sometimes, those juke and spin moves, they get him. So, here we go. The Bills are on the clock. The Bills made a trade. I don't know. I don't think they're going center. I don't know why you'd leapfrog Dallas, because our needs don't match their. We need edge, interior O-line, receiver. Maybe you need a receiver. Maybe they think that we're going to go receiver. But, guys, my dream scenario going into this draft, which was Tyler Linderbaum, is happening. In my mock, I had us taking Linderbaum. Man, I have been wrong on this draft so much. After like pick 10, I've been wrong a bunch. Here we go, though. I'm excited because on the clock, or about to be on the clock. What does Dallas do? I think it's got to be Tyler Linderbaum, the center from Iowa. If it's not Linderbaum, an edge rusher. One of the two is going to be available, if not both of them. Okay. But Quay Walker's a pretty good player. He's a fine player. I have a first-round grade. I have a second-round grade on him. It's still a good pick. It's just not what you were expecting from Green Bay. That is definitely true. Whew. No. Sam Williams right here, I would throw my pencil. This pin is being flung across the room at Sam Williams in the first round. He's about a third-round player for me. The pick is in. Dallas is on the clock. Got to rep it. Come on, gotta rep the Cowboys a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Right here, boys. Whew. I don't think you go linebacker here. 24, it gets interesting because there are a lot of guys here that I didn't see being here, and there's some guys here that were supposed to be here and that aren't here. So now you have to really look into Linderbaum. I don't think Buffalo takes Linderbaum, but the Bills to swap two places, they give up fourth-round pick number 130 this year to trade ahead of Dallas for I don't know. It's making me nervous. Is edge a need? No, they got Rousseau and Vaughn. Devin Lloyd? Maybe it's not about Dallas. Maybe I'm reading too much into that, and it's just wanting to trade up and guarantee that no one else gets ahead of Dallas. Oh, no. If it's Tyler Smith over Tyler Linderbaum, I'm going to get up and I'm going to use the restroom because I'm going to be pissed. Here comes Buffalo at 23. This is the one team I think in the first round could potentially go with a running back, but there's no need to go with the running back here. You know, you got no need on the D. You don't have need on the D line. You signed Von Miller. I don't know. No one's on the stream right now, so. Oh, hey, two people came back. Sorry, it's still me 0. Please. Oh, please. Oh, please. We're sorry for the 2 Super Bowls. Just don't pick Linderbaum. You never left. Sorry, it said you left. Sorry. I'm nervous. Yeah. Corner. Kyer Elam, whatever you say his name. He goes. So Bills get a corner. I felt corner was a need for them because they needed someone to match up against next Tre'Davious White. Press man. He will jack you on the line of scrimmage. Use his hands well. Make it a little handsy too much, but athletic. Can go up and get the football. Good ball skills. Good length. And he is a physical corner. He likes to initiate contact on the line of scrimmage. Now my Cowboys are on the clock. What do we go with? Linderbaum's on the board. He's my best player available. You go Tyler Linderbaum. The it team in the league is on the clock. I'm nervous. They're in Frisco. There's McCarthy. Maybe they trade back, but I'm nervous, dude. I am nervous. Him and McClay, they're chatting right now, and they cut away. I don't know who it could be, but the pick will be in at any moment. Yes. Jermaine Johnson. I was listening to 105.3, and Brian Broaddus was talking about how he doesn't want Jermaine Johnson. I wouldn't hate it. If Johnson goes here, I'm not, oh, come on. He's a good player. He really is. But you know who I want. I want Linderbaum. We need O-line. He's a center. He is miles ahead of Biadasz. The issue with Linderbaum is I know that the Cowboys seem to not be as high because of his size. He's not the biggest center, but hell, we won 3 Super Bowls with Mark Stepnoski, if I'm not mistaken. I know we won with him. He was an undersized center.
Just think, guys, throughout this process, we did say things would be turned upside down. Guys that we thought would go earlier ahead of their teammates have gone behind their teammates, for their running mates.
So I do not know. I don't think they're going to trade out. Maybe they're fielding offers right now. They're on the phone. Is the pick in, or is that a team trading up? I'm not trying to be too quiet during here. I know I'm not being the most effective analyst, but when my team's on board, I'm always, glued to it. Nervous. Jermaine could be a guy. Is Jermaine your guy? Do you want him? Do you want Jermaine Johnson? They added Dante Fowler. He's not a bad DN. More of a, I believe the word is a reclamation project, if I'm not mistaken. Basically, saying that, kind of rebuild his career. Former top pick. You got to add O-line here. If you trade out, I'm not mad. I just need to see what you trade out for. No, I don't want linebacker here. I did at the start of the year when you re-signed Van Der Esch. Hell yeah, it'd be fun to watch Devin Lloyd and Nakobe Dean, one of those two guys with Parsons. That'd be really fun. The issue is it's not the glaring need. You have two glaring needs on this football team. That's edge rusher, which has been a need for years, feels like, and then O-line, which hasn't been a need for a long time. I think you reinvest in that position. You come back, you get an O-lineman. If it's Tyler Smith, I'm pissed. Guy from Tulsa. I'm nervous. Yeah, we're taking our time. It's why I'm thinking there's a trade. Pick's in. Pick is in. Pick is in. Pick is in. We didn't trade. Pick is in. Pick is in. Pick is in. Pick is in. Sorry. Linderbaum. So here are the 3 names. I kind of started in the draft. 3 names to watch here, and they're 3 solid names. Linderbaum, Karlaftis, or freaking, what's his name? Jermaine Johnson. Those are your guys. I'm getting Linderbaum. I feel like Jermaine Johnson's a guy they really like, and they didn't expect to be here. So I'm getting the sense that it's going to be. Hold on. Don't announce the pick yet, Mr. Commish. And I could be looking at my Twitter, and I could probably find out who it is. But I do not want to know. Because I had the Kelvin Joseph pick spoiled, and I was the guy I wanted. So here we go. I'm squirming in my seat. It's got to be Linderbaum. And here's when the draft's going to get really fun to watch because it's starting to get dark in Vegas, and the lights of Vegas are on. It's got to be Linderbaum, Jermaine Johnson, breathe, or freaking Karlaftis. Want to know where they are on my board? Linderbaum is 13 on my board. That's how significant this guy is. Then if you want to know what the other guys on my board are, Jermaine Johnson's at 22. Karlaftis is at 32. So I have first-round grades on both those guys. Here's the selection. This is a big moment. I do not take bathroom breaks. Hold on. I'm nervous. Edge rusher center.
So they go offensive line. Yeah, that was a need. You didn't know if it would be a tackle or interior blocker. That was my next highest rated tackle, and Tyler Smith. He is a mauler. And some of that results in some penalties. You have to dial that back a little bit at the next level. But I love the tenacity and the aggression with which he plays. Charles, Tyler Smith, I thought through this process, with so many teams having needs at tackles, where teams thought maybe we could get him in the second round a little while ago, you had to take him here, you weren't going to see him. Yeah, we always end up seeing how those guys go and those tackles go later on. A number of teams still left on this board would have had interest in him, coach, and bringing him in and plugging him in. I'll try to run 4 words down. Big, wide, long, athletic.
All right, so there is a Cumberland head coach, along with the rest of the brass. Ian Rappaport, take it away.
Mr. Towers took a hard look here at Tyler Smith's medical. He had a condition called Blunt's disease that affects the growth plates around his knee. He was bowling until high school.
Wonderful. He got injury problems.
Re-break his legs and let them heal properly. Teach to the heart. Look at this. They need to find no issues going forward. Cowboys have a new back.
I mean, making ankles on the field, but I mean, my gosh, what a journey for Tyler Smith to the NFL. Congratulations to him on becoming a Dallas Cowboy in the National Football
Oh,
League.
screw him.
The Ravens are on the clock.
I don't mean that in a mean way. I just mean that and I'm pissed.
We'll find out in a moment.
He's not even in my top 50. Top 50. Where in the... No, not that notebook. Where is the one he's in? Lord have mercy, I am not happy right now. If you cannot read it on my face, I am not a happy camper. How do you pass? If Linderbaum had been gone and the edge rushers had been gone, okay, I'm not happy, but you know what? You address the O-line. That's the only positive you can take from this pick is that you address the need. That's it. You didn't address it well. Here's a guy that... Where is he? Where is he? Not here. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Yeah. Oh, he had some condition where his growth plates and his knees are bad. That's wonderful. Let's add an injury prone to his... Here he is. Late second round, early third round. That's the grade I had on this guy. That's the grade. You pass Linderbaum, Johnson, Karlaftis.
My mom was a college athlete and had always been in great shape. My sister and I noticed her having a tougher time getting around. We knew something wasn't right.
And Tom Downey, the guy, he put it best on his Twitter. If you hated Connor Williams because of his penalties, guess what, guys? You got a guy that's a grabber. His number one con on my list is he's a grabber, meaning his hands don't come inside, they go out. He grabs. He goes, okay, give him a big hug. He length. If an edge rusher has length, he's done. His hand placement is not ideal. He gets holding penalties. His technique is raw. But you know what? He pops out of his stance. He's got quick feet. He's balanced. He's got bend. He's got strength. His punch is excellent. This computer's crap anyway. I have a third round grade on him, basically. Second, third round grade. And we took him at 24. I hate it here. Linderbaum. I have been screaming about him the entire draft process. I have been wanting him. And if you saw my reaction, you saw Tyler, I went, yeah, and then Smith, and just went. And the problem with this pick is now I'm going to be ranting and raving about Tyler Smith for the rest of the draft. I'm probably not even going to be concerned with what happens next.
Everybody, Verizon Small Business Days is going ultra. Now through May 4th. Come in or book an appointment online for some of our best offers on 5G plans, devices, and internet. Well, it's a party out here by the fountain. Party going on in Las Vegas. All lit up. The last quarter of the first round is about to start. It's the Baltimore Ravens. They chose 14th overall to Kyle Hamilton out of Notre Dame, one of the top players on the draft board, fell all the way to 14th for him. Then, about 15 minutes after that, kind of a surprise, they traded back into the first round, the 23rd overall with Arizona. And for that, they flipped a third round pick, 100th overall, and Hollywood Brown to Arizona for that choice. And then they just traded away a couple of seconds ago to the Bills, who 2 spots down.
You're not going to get much more from this tonight. I'm sorry. I know that I shouldn't let that happen, but
Hollywood Brown, and since they see him leave the building, they still like the depth that they have there. I don't know if there's a wide receiver that would be worth it here if you're the Baltimore Ravens, but you've already addressed the secondary with Kyle Hamilton. There's some interesting corners that are still on the board. Andrew Booth from Clemson, and Gordon from Washington. What about defensive line? The Devontae Wyatt's still there, right?
You keep saying there's
Jermaine Johnson's still there. He's I got Jermaine Johnson and Devin Lloyd. Those are my
Jermaine Johnson's still on the board. Hello. I didn't cuss. Hold on.
I don't know. Head scratcher.
Sorry about that. Wait. I'm not trying to, let this get in the way, but it's tough.
Coming out for the 25th overall pick in this draft, the final 8 picks of the first round here in Las Vegas. The first round here in
It's probably an edge rusher here for the Ravens. Mom, the glare. Yes.
That worked out quite well. There's a great relationship between Ozzie Newsome, Eric DeCosta, and Kirk Ferentz. I guarantee you got a huge endorsement for Tyler Linderbaum. Was Kirk Ferentz one time the offensive line?
Well,
with the Browns.
Ravens fans are leaping for joy. Yeah, best center in the draft. Yeah. Cowboys don't take him. You have a horrible center, but yeah, you don't take him. You take the guy that I heard today we could take, and I was screaming in my car headed back from I'm gonna pick me up some food. I'm screaming, no Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith is one of the boom bust prospects in this draft. Hold on just one second. Anyway, sorry about the people behind me. I don't know. There's been a trade. Hold on. Well, the Jets have traded back up into the first 26. They took Gardner Wilson. Maybe they're coming back up for an edge rusher. You could use some pass rush. Maybe one of the running backs. They have Michael Carter. Maybe probably one of the edge rushers. Probably Jermaine, who they didn't think would be here. The Jets give to the Titans. Titans trade back out. Thank you. Titans trade back out. They trade a third-round pick and 26 to the Jets. The Jets gave up like a second, a third, and like a fourth. Second, third, and third. It was something insignificant. It's a pretty good trade for both. The Jermaine Johnson free fall rusher. And what's funny is that's your pillars. That's what you need. You need a guy that can stop a guy, catch the ball, rush the passer, throw the ball, and block. You have the blocker in Becton. You have the pass cat. You have the pass thrower in Wilson. Hopefully, got the pass stopper in Gardner. Got the receiver, the weapon in the Wilson. Now you go back up and you get an edge rusher, and you have your 5 pillars that I like to quote, the 5 pillars of a successful franchise. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to let this Tyler Smith thing get to me, but it's tough when I've been doing the draft since 2018. And every year that the Cowboys have had a first-round pick, or at least their first pick, they've gone with the guy I wanted once, which was CeeDee Lamb in 2020. I wanted Calvin Ridley in 2018, took Van Der Esch. 2019, I wanted Taylor Rapp, the safety. He took Tristan Hill. In 2020, he took the guy I wanted. He took CeeDee Lamb at the time. In 2021, at the time, I didn't know who in the heck I wanted because Surtain and Horn went off the board, and I was kind of beat the table for a I want to say, I don't remember who I was like really desperately wanting, but it wasn't Parsons. I was wrong about Parsons. However, I've been right about Hill and I've been right about Van Der Esch. I wanted Ridley. It's tough to see a player that you wanted all along in Linderbaum go the very next pick because you went Tyler Smith. And again, I have been a champion. Ask my dad, ask anyone that knows me. I've been a champion of in Will McClay we trust. I've been a champion of that. I want to believe in Will McClay we trust that Tyler Smith, he's got the potential. The issue is I don't trust our O-line coach. You haven't been able to develop a lineman since Zach Martin and Frederick. So here comes the third first-round pick for the Jets in this draft, trading a huge haul to Tennessee. Here we go. I think it's an edge rusher. It's got to be Jermaine Johnson. Maybe a linebacker. Oh, line, I don't see. Yeah. There goes a great player off the board. Hold on, it's just Jermaine fell. 22 on my board, falls to 26.
This guy's a football player, right? He's not just a pass rusher. He is long, he's physical, he's aggressive. And I marked this one. It was
I'm just
70 tackles. So defensive end, where you look at in the TFLs and sacks, so 70 tackles and he's playing in the run game also.
Tyler Smith. My comp for him was a raw Lyle Collins. So, I mean, hey, there you go. Cowboys, 6'5" for 24. But we're going to get off Tyler Smith. I'll be ranting and raving about him all night. Jermaine Johnston, heck of a player. Heck of a player. He's got amazing get-off, good first step. He's got some power to his game. He's a pretty complete edge rusher. There wasn't much on tape that I saw that was, wow, that's horrible. I really think he's a great player, and I think it's a great get for the Jets. Now you're ready to compete. I think they are. You got your quarterback, running back, you got your left tackle, got a receiver, got a corner, and they got an edge rusher. You keep building on this team, man. I think the Jets will be able to compete in a year or two. This is a great rookie class for the Jets. This is a terrific, terrific rookie class for the Jets. Wow. Great pick for them. Really, really a terrific pick. Yeah, man, he crunches that pocket. He gets that pressure on the team, and see the same thing that happened last year with the draft was when the Cowboys picked. The rest of the night, I couldn't focus on anything else other than what my team did because my team. But man, Jermaine Johnson's a good player. And you got Jacksonville now at 27. I think Jacksonville sits. I'm thinking off the board. I'm thinking that Booth could be the player here, maybe a linebacker. I'm not 100% sure here. He had Jermaine Johnson had a great Senior Bowl. And he bull rushes, man. He's got strength, and he's a dang good football player. It's a great pick for the Jets. I'm just.
And they also got a second-round pick in their back pocket for tomorrow night at the top of Friday night. Melissa, take it away.
Yeah, the Jets have a top pick tomorrow, so they didn't have to give that up. So, man, the Jets have been maneuvering on the board here because they come away with 4 impact players for their team. That is big for them. I just hope Jermaine's not a Senior Bowl riser, which are the guys that in the Senior Bowl, they crush it, man. They're great. They're excellent. And then they get to the NFL, and it's, well, they were, Senior Bowl. Got Jacksonville, Green Bay, New England, Kansas City, Cincinnati, and Minnesota up in the rest of the first round. And tomorrow is day 2, which is always a fun night of the draft. But the Jaguars have hopped up to 27th in a trade in a flurry of moves today. Too much to keep track of. They trade up with Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is going to receive the 33rd overall pick, which is the top pick tomorrow, plus some more. The pick is in. Moving up, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I have no idea at this point.
And then Garrett Wilson, 10th overall. And then moments ago, Jermaine Johnson, top 10.
Jets fans have got to be happy right now, man.
26th overall.
Verizon is going with 5G ultra wideband in many more cities. You get up to 10 times the speed at no extra cost. Plus 6 premium entertainment subscriptions.
Well, this is time for a commercial break. If you don't mind, I got to run to the restroom really quickly. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. So don't go anywhere. If actually you need to go to, go to. I'll be right back. Hopefully I don't miss the pick. I'm going to mute myself so that way I don't. All right. See you in a little while. Sorry, I don't have much room to plop down here in my chair. Well, by the way, I had to get a snack, so I won't chew into the mic, I promise. But I don't know who the Jaguars are going here. I think it could be a number of players. Booth stands out, a corner maybe. Maybe they want to go Sky Moore with the receiver. Could be really interesting. I don't know. I don't know who it could be. I'm just. It's good. Look at all the trade. I mean, wow. A lot of picks were traded, man. Been a fun night. Hold on a second. So, voice crack. Jaguars had a very active free agency. I feel like I don't know. Yeah, Tampa Bay gets the 33rd pick tomorrow. You come back. I don't know.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have traded in 26.
Well, what Tampa Bay's doing.
27th pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars. With the 27th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville
He is. I'm sorry. I was talking to somebody. Water went down the wrong. All right. Devin Lloyd, complete football player, man. Extremely athletic linebacker. And I like this player, man. He has that burst. Seems like a heat-seeking missile going for somebody, going for that ball carrier. Good tackler. Not bad in coverage, but he's a fireball, man. He's a fireball. And he bear hugs the commissioner. I like how Jordan Davis doesn't do it, but he does. Devin Lloyd. So 27, Devin Lloyd. It's a good pick for them. Good value at 27. I don't even know where I had Lloyd. I haven't memorized that much yet. We look at where I had Lloyd really quickly. He is versatile, man. He's a lot like Fred Warner. I see that comp beautifully. If you look at the guy, I have him at 24 on my board. So, good player. Really like the value. Where's my notes? Yeah, there's my linebacker. You look at Devin Lloyd. Yeah. Instincts. I'm not trying to copy what Daniel Jeremiah is saying, I promise. Smooth movement, 25 bench reps. He's got some strength. Excellent in space, 33-inch arms, excellent length for a linebacker. His eyes, when he's watching the quarterback, he doesn't lose what's going on behind him. That's a great thing as a linebacker. His instincts are great. He needs to get off blocks a little bit. Man, he got height on the picture. He doesn't get off blocks particularly well. And another thing that he doesn't do the best is some reps, especially late in the game, were a little low effort. But overall, he's still a very talented player. And I think it's good value for him. Oh, wait, I want to hear this.
I'm just ready to go and turn up. You know,
He's trying to say, I don't want to go to the Jaguars. They suck. So I'm blessed to be here. I'm happy. I got drafted to the NFL. He's giving those draft pick answers. You're not going to say, hell no, I don't want to go to no Jacksonville. I want to go to Tampa Bay. I want to play with Tom Brady. But Green Bay's pick is in. I think for Green Bay right now, you gotta have a receiver. I think Sam Moore's the pick here. I'm not sure what the pick is here, but I gotta think receiver. And I think that if you're a Packers, you are banging your table, screaming at the top of your lungs if you can. I want a receiver. Anyway.
Well, he just touched on that, but he was the emotional leader of that team. Remember, he comes back for his senior year.
I am very curious. Yeah. You got 5 picks left in this round. It has been a hectic first round. So many picks, so many players. I mean, it has been gigantic, the amount of trades, and my brain's swirling. Give me a second. Timeout. All right, we're good. I think we're good. So we'll see what Green Bay is going to do here.
You can apply those 3 things to any charity or cause you have a passion for. That's your finances, or you can invest your work. Doesn't matter which. We just have to keep investing
So-
in each other. Let your heart lead you all the way.
I'm curious what Green Bay is going to do. Dad, Jimmy Johnson left. It's a good point. I want to say, come on, Smith after.
But they'll also make tremendous impacts in their communities. Nobody exemplified that more than Walter Payton. Named in his honor, the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award, presented by Nationwide, is the most prestigious award a player could receive. Tonight, we are proud to have Andrew Whitworth, the 2021 Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year, here with us.
It's cool. I like Whitworth. Good guy. Good player.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank y'all. Whose house? That's what I'm talking about. I'm very humble and grateful to stand before you for 2021. Walter
Gotta be
Payton
receiver.
NFL Man of the Year. I would love to thank the NFL, the Payton family, and Nationwide for everything they do to support.
That's right. I'm listening to what he's saying. I don't know if he's enough to the pick or not.
Positive impacts in our communities. When I look back over my time in the NFL, and my career was 16 years, as a Super Bowl champion, one of the most rewarding things about it was the platform I was able to build to help change people's lives.
Timeout. My lotting just went off, so it doesn't really matter at this point. Only a couple picks left.
Andrew, great man, we're so proud of you. With the 28th pick in the 2022 NFL
Receiver.
Draft,
Sky Moore.
the Green Bay Packers select Devontae Wyatt,
Wow. Georgia D tackle. I like Wyatt, but no receiver. Wow. The value and Jeremy said the value's not there for a receiver. I don't know. But Wyatt's going to go in the first round. They're shoring up that defense. Jordan Davis is a hit team partner there on that one of the best defenses in college football history. I have a first round grade on him. This guy's got an amazing burst. He's 6'3", 304. Excellent moving skills. A wrecking ball in the running game. 4.77 at that size. He can bend from a D tackle. Good pursuit. He's a striker. But he is explosive on the snap, man. And if you're watching NFL Network coverage, you're seeing that snap on the ball there is just beautiful. And he can break down and get to a quarterback. And I think the thing is he can be a spy, as you just saw. He can be a quarterback spy as a D tackle. You don't see that much. Georgia defensive players selected in the draft: Trevon Walker, Jordan Davis, Quay Walker, and Devontae Wyatt. And don't forget that Nakobe Dean, Darion Kendrick, and Lewis Sine are all in the draft, and Channing Tindall are all in this draft, and they're all starters for that team. So it's a good player. I like this pick for Green Bay. Yeah, the Commissioner Hugs have been funny today. Patriots' pick is him. He just lifted him. Best player on the board for me, Andrew Booth, and Malik Willis at 8. And Booth, and then Nakobe Dean, Lele. There's still a chance for the Cowboys to get a solid alignment. I question the Towers' decision. Karlaftis is still there. I thought he was the first round pick. Is he going to fall? He's in the green room. I'm curious where New England's going to go.
I am a business hotel. I eat, sleep, and breathe efficiency. I expect my bed sheets to be as crisp as my spreadsheet.
Oh, no.
I'm looking for someone who appreciates high ROIs and even higher RPMs.
I do not know, man.
Punctuality, and
Tyler Smith, he can kick in the guard. I'll talk more to him right after show. We're shut about Tyler Smith, I promise. No more. Patriots, what do they need? They need a corner. J.C. Jackson left their team. They need a corner. They could use another receiver. I know they traded for Devontae Parker. They could use one. They could use an edge rusher. They could use someone to pair with Barmore. Devontae Wyatt is off the board. I don't think you're pairing anyone with Barmore now. Karlaftis could be the pick here. Watch a Andrew Booth, who I am very high on. Potentially a safety could go here. Maybe you never know. You know, Bill. Maybe they go with I don't know at this point, but it's gonna be fun. And a big storyline that's happening right now is no running backs have been selected. It's happened only twice in the common draft era. So I think that if that happens, wow. Here we go, man. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. I know that I got really bland there for a couple picks after Tyler Smith. That's on me. Working on that as an analyst. Obviously, if I'm ever on NFL Network, I can't be Tyler Smith. So yeah, I can't be smacking the desk. I had to be professional about it. But man, Patriots right now, trade back, get an extra pick or two, extra 2 picks. You know, not bad. And then maybe you draft a pretty good player. Karlaftis is still on the board, and I think if you're going to go with anyone here, it's got to be Karlaftis or Booth or whoever their corner is. McCreary could be the pick here. But I think you got to go edge rusher or you got to go corner here. I think that's where the Patriots got to go. Of course, could I be wrong? Well, I could be wrong. And don't sleep on the O-line. I've been talking with Seth, and I think he thinks that O-line could be the pick. It's intriguing. Oh, they're doing the Weezer stuff. I could not care less. No offense about the music. I'm here with the draft. Cool though. Weezer is doing the draft concert. I want to see the post show. This has been a nuts first round, and I could have messed with one. And then we got a great draft tomorrow, second, third. Then we got day 3, so we got 2 more days of this, and I think it's great. The draft is always one of my favorite times of the year.
The one that they had coming in of their own, they traded away the one they got from Miami in the Tyreek Hill trade. That pick is also big, so we've got 2 quick announcements.
So the Bengals are on the clock. Patriots have picked. Kansas City has picked. And we're almost done with this draft. This first round. I will not be joining the broadcast. I'm not be broadcasting tomorrow's picks. I usually watch day 3 by myself and just kind of, chill out. When this is over, I'll kind of do a little sign off. Some extra things about the Cowboys pick. Looking at tomorrow, some players that could go high. But here's the Patriots pick, and I'm sure my friend Seth is on his pins and needles right now. Karloff is probably. Oh. Oh.
He's one of my favorite mid-round guys. I thought you might get him in the 3rd round. The Patriots, they take the guys they like. Going all the way up there in the 1st round, I had him in the early 70s. But this dude's a bulldog. He's a coach's favorite. You can see.
I'm feeling better about Tyler Smith. The look on the Patriots fans' faces are, who is this guy? Whoa. Y'all want to know where I had Cole Strange? Oh, my Lord. Cole Strange is ranked number 1.
I hear you. I'm just laughing at the guy in the Amendola jersey flew all the way out to Vegas to watch Bill Chew. Google that guy. How about them apples?
Man, Seth is not happy. There's no way he's happy about this. I just texted him. He went, who? And I said, I have him ranked at number 140 on my board. They picked Cole Strange. What is... There's so many players better. Oh, my Lord. They just picked Cole Strange. I am at a loss for words. There goes Karloftis. They get themselves the edge rusher to pair with McDuffie. And I like that. Here's my lineman. Cole Strange is going to be way down here. Cole Strange is one of I got to talk about him first before I get to Karloftis. I'm getting backed up here. Like, who is deep into this notebook? If I'm a Cowboys, if I'm a Patriots fan, I am not happy about this. Give me a second. Karloftis is a dang good player. He's got to be happy. He's out of that green room. Karloftis has got amazing get up. He reminds me of a little bit of a Terrell Suggs type of player. He can play a 3-4 outside linebacker, but I think he projects more as just a down in the, hand in the dirt edge rusher. That's a great value pick for the Chiefs. Man.
Let's show you what he looks like here on the field. Don't mention just how hard he plays.
The guy can break down. He said he's effective in the run game. He uses his eyes well. Karloftis is a very, very talented edge rush prospect from Purdue. And he kind of went down on my board a little bit, especially towards the end of the process. but he's still a first-round player, and I think he's gonna be a quality edge rusher for the Chiefs. Get him with Chris Jones, and I believe they have still Frank, and you get him on that D line, and man, rush the passer because you know that AFC West now with all those quarterbacks, man, you really gotta rush the passer there. You got Justin Herbert, Derek Carr, and Russell Wilson. Now he's gonna be chasing 6 times a year, 2 times a year each actually. Played water polo. They're showing he's a goalie, so I guess that shows he's got strong legs. A physical player, uses his hands well. But I like it. I like the pick for the Chiefs. To give you an idea about Cole Strange, I now feel so much better about my pick with Tyler Smith. Like, I actually legitimately feel better because now I'm not mad that we made the worst first pick in the first round. I hate to be look, Tyler. I said no more Tyler Smith talk, didn't I? Okay, I'll shut up. Anyway, I need to keep my word. Karlov is a player, and again, I think that you should get someone special. Now, they got 2 more players in the first round, Cincinnati and Minnesota. Minnesota obviously traded back with the Lions. I thought they have the 32nd overall pick. They won't be getting the 32nd overall pick for probably a really long time. To get that pick, you have to win a Super Bowl or trade. Well, they did it the trade way. So now you've got the Bengals. Maybe they're going corner. I could really see an Andrew Booth here. I could, do the Vikings go Willis? Do they replace Cousins? That could be an intriguing pick. That would send shockwaves through the NFL. I can tell you that much. But man, going into 10:30 now.
I'm skipping the line for pickup to delivery to the wars for free Chipotle. It's all the fresh real ingredients you love on a whole new level. The Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed is on sale now. It senses your movements and automatically adjusts so you both stay comfortable all night.
But I mean, man, this has been a fun first round.
Sleep Number 360 C4 Smart Bed. $12.99. Lowest price ever. Only for limited time. I remember the day you asked, "What now, Dad?" So I said, "Find a job, work hard. That's just how it is." But of course, you didn't listen. You showed me there's another way.
Anyway, having checked notifications. Pops out of his stance. He's a really lean lineman, so he's athletic, but man, power kills him. And for a guard, and if strength is not your strong suit, pun intended, I guess. Yeah, not an ideal situation for you. Bengals pick is in, meaning either Minnesota is on the clock or they've already made their pick. In the first round, could be officially over. Tomorrow, day 2. Yeah, I'm excited, man. Day 2 is a fun time, but I don't know. I can't be happy. No more Tyler Smith talk. No more Tyler Smith. I'm trying to catch myself. Bengals. We'll go to the Bengals, I guess. We'll go to them. We'll talk about them. We'll talk about the people on the actual clock here. Bengals could use a corner. Could maybe use another edge rusher. Don't know. When you win the AFC Championship, you don't have too many needs. And I think that's you don't need to be joy when you lost the soap award. Yeah. I know. I'm not trying to be. I'm frustrated. But hey, there's still 6 more rounds of this to go, man. We could find someone really special. You never know. It's been fun. Bengals, Burrow, that offense, that team, it's a dang good team, man. I think corner's got to be the pick here. Roger McCreary, Andrew Booth. Maybe they want to go linebacker, invest a high pick in there. Maybe they want to invest a pick in an edge rusher. Maybe they want to invest in receiver again. I don't know.
Malik Willis, the rookie quarterback, is still on the board, and he's pretty good. Bengals don't need a quarterback unless the Vikings take it. He's looking at being there for the second round of surprise, and I would say the biggest concern here is how ready he is for the NFL.
Malik Willis is number 8 player on my board. So I think for him to fall,
Falcons, maybe Lions.
been a big fall.
If you want a fifth-year contractual control of your quarterback, now would be the time when you're
I think Minnesota's on the clock. So I think if you really wanted Willis, the first round is the only time you get that 5th-year option. So it's intriguing, Here we go, Bengals pick right now, live.
Champion Cincinnati Bengals. Select Daxton Hill.
Dax Hill. They go DB. So he's corner safety player. Watched on him today. Supremely athletic, kind of more of a lane build. We'd like to see him be a little more aggressive in tackling. He's a good cover. He's a coverage guy. He's a guy who's gonna knock off one of your receivers. And I like the pick for the Bengals. With the Bengals here, what you do is you go BPA. You go best player available. You don't go anywhere special. You don't go anywhere. You don't get cute. You go with your BPA, your best player available. And I think they did that today. They go with Dax Hill. Dax Hill's a solid player. He's got good ball skills. He reads a quarterback pretty well. But I think where he wins is in coverage and that closing speed that he has. That is where he wins in the NFL. And even if it doesn't work out, he's a corner. He can be a safety. He can be both. He's got the body type for both. He was a big contributor on that Michigan Wolverines defense. And now the final pick of the first round is in. Minnesota Vikings corner. I'm thinking Andrew Booth. I am the Andrew Booth train. I don't know. It is intriguing. Maybe they go Willis and shock the world. Maybe the next player is Booth at 14. The next player to Booth is Nakobe Dean at 20. Then Falele at 27. So, maybe they go corner. Offensive line could be a need. Maybe an edge rusher. I'm curious. The Vikings have picked number 32. It's been a good first round, man. I'm mad about my team because of the player that shall not be named until this pick is in. I don't think the Vikings are ready to compete. The problem with the Vikings team is they're scolding. And I'll do a couple scold. Is you're not ready to compete, next year. I don't think Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins is a quarterback that he puts you in the plus column as a player, but he's not enough to get you to that Super Bowl, unfortunately. So I don't see him being a guy that you go and Kirk Cousins. He's the guy that's going to win us the Super Bowl. But I do see him as a guy that can give you at least a chance to win. He's a glorified backup. He's better than a backup, but he's not elite. Than that, he's good, not great. He's okay. So I don't know where they're going to go here. I would think corner, and if you think in corner, some guys to think about here. Kyler Gordon from Washington, McDuffie's teammate. McCreary, maybe a Andrew Booth. Want to go line? Darian Kennard. He's not going to be a first-round pick. You're not getting any linemen here. At edge, Logan Hall could be a really intriguing pick here, actually. Logan Hall, name to watch. At tackle, Bernard Rayman, Daniel Falele, Nicolas Petit-Frere. Probably just picture that because it's French. My dad, you could probably speak that name. I don't know. I don't know where they go. But you have the ability to add a first-round pick here, and that's always really special. So it's a beautiful place for the draft. I've been there. I've been to Vegas. It's a fun town. The lights of the draft are beautiful. And last pick, man.
there. I remember that when they asked him, do you want to see more from Kellen Mond? And he said, no, see him all the time.
So, as this pick comes in, I want to thank everyone that watched this stream. It means a lot that I actually had people that wanted to watch me. That actually is pretty cool. Didn't think there was so many people out there that would want to watch me. Kind of hope that there's millions out there that want to watch me one day, but that's just a hope or listen to me. Sorry for the video quality, and I'm sorry for any run-ins that my family had. I can't. It's gonna happen. I'm not in about it. Whatever. Boye Mafe name to watch here, by the way. Ebikete, maybe. Back on this. But thank you for watching. When this pick is in, I'm gonna give my thoughts on it. Last thoughts on Tyler Smith and the Cowboys, and then I'm gonna be signing off and sulking for the rest of the night because of Tyler Smith. Oh, he who shall not be named. Actually, sorry, scratch that. Scratch from the record. I can tell you they're not going receiver. I would be surprised. Sky Moore would be a fun pick because then you had him with Thielen, and you had him with there's the booze. So, final pick.
With the 32nd pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select
Lewis Sing, safety. That's a big hitter, man. He likes to come down and lay the lumber. He hits hard. He's a good tackler. We do it all again tomorrow, man. Lewis Sing's a good player. Good length, can cover a little bit. Aggressive tackler. I like the pick from the Vikings. You pair some.
of the 2022 NFL Draft. Thank you to all of you, well over 100,000 people, for being here and watching with us. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow night, 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. Thank you.
But you pair him with Harrison Smith, and it's a great trade. It's a great pick. So, again, I want to thank you guys for watching. Tyler Smith, not happy about it, but we'll regroup tomorrow. We'll see what the Cowboys get. We got 2 picks tomorrow right now. See what we get. Maybe I'm feeling better. Maybe I'm feeling even worse. Who knows? Thank you guys for watching. It really does mean a lot that I actually had people that want to watch me do this. So it does make it worth it. 3.5 hour stream. I'm going to milk this for 3.5 hours. I want to do a 3.5 hour stream. A lot of work went into this. I spent many nights up at 2, 3 a.m. watching film on players. So I just thank you because it makes all the hard work worth it. The draft is always fun. Not broadcasting tomorrow, but I'll be active on Twitter and, probably tweeting about the picks. Thank you for watching. Sorry my demeanor got really low after Tyler Smith, but hey, it happens. You get mad at your team. Great pick by the Vikings. We regroup tomorrow. Tampa Bay's got a first pick. I think if you want to look at some players that are still available, Andrew Booth, name I've been saying all day. Like Willis is the name to watch tomorrow. In my top 50 here, Falele, he's a tackle. Bernard Rayman, Matt Corral, quarterback. Sky Moore, Logan Hall, Breece Hall, David Ojabo, Arnold Ebikete, Jalen Petre, Kyler Ford. A lot of guys. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And I will see you guys next year or 2023 when I will be in college doing this probably from the dorm room. So see you then. Bye.
Now it's draft for all the Jets fans.